You're scared. What's that word, man? YouTubians, welcome back to another stream with your guy, man. Listen, bros, it's getting real, man. It's getting real. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bros, man. We got Lil Rodney's son going ham, going wild, I ain't gonna lie, a little overboard in my opinion on DDG, bro. Nigga brought up his dead brother. But actually, let me take that back. I heard DDG brought up the dead first. I heard DDG brought up Rodney dead pops or something like that, man. That's what I'm hearing, bro. I don't know too much, man. I was sitting here rocking out to some music. Decided, man, I got a couple. Let me spark a stream real quick. Let me see what all my peoples, man. See what we got going. So I'm about to I'm gonna get right to it, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Let me see. Let me start the stream with a song, though. We should have a song. That's what I'm hearing, bro. Let me see. Let me pull up a song real quick. Non-copyrighted song. Let me pull up my dog Pat, man. I'm in this video too. Let me pull up this song. My dog Pat. We're gonna play this. Start the stream, bros. Welcome to the stream, everybody, man. Sit back, relax. We got a good one for you in store. Shout out to my dog RX Poppy too.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Yeah.
Hey, let that shit ride,
Yeah. Yeah. Ice, baby, but I'm not vanilla. Super low down dirty, cross him out the middle. I'ma do what I do when I did. They try to do what I did every time I did. This hoe went through my phone like, bitch, you trippin'. Said you called that hoe, I said no, I didn't. Switch on the back of the click, leave it in. Auntie, don't leave the spot to the dope boy empty. I want my shit all white, don't put no rolls in. I'm a top tip Robin and on dope dealer. I'm real RX, I fill your prescription. Put this shit in your face, better get a subscription. If you want you some money, better get you a vision. I be deep in my thoughts.
If you want you some money, better get your vision. You heard my son Pap say it?
Prescription. Put this shit in your face, better get a subscription. If you want you some money, better get you a vision. I be deep in my thoughts when I see it in the kitchen. I'm getting paranoid now till school get the stick. Old folks like going with that shooting shit. We really shoot shit, bitch, we ain't shooting this shit. Caught them in traffic, they going through you and your bitch. Big Hemi truck, watch how I maneuver this bitch. I cube in my neck and cube in my wrist. My hoe from the hood can't cube in my bitch. Play roll too good, gotta cube in my bitch. Like a blind man, Poppy gotta stay with it. I see it's coming out hot shit. Hurry up, go get the Narcan kid. Auntie finna go in one of them Nards again. Her and Unc be having the dumbest argument. I sit back and laugh cause I be starting it. Button to the car, already started it. Don't touch nothing when I'm parking it. It's new, it come with that self-parking shit. Auntie gon' smoke till she catch Parkinson's. They like, Pat, why the fuck you be saying this shit? I live my Glock like I live my bitch. I'm top dog, I'm on that dog shit. Fuck the internet, nigga, link cover, let's hit. That's the switch. She brought her friend, we finna switch. This whole bad and super. I walk in this bitch like iceberg. Auntie, why the fuck you touching my scale? And why the fuck you ain't tell me I had mail? I'ma serve this slab, then post bro bell. As long as I'm breathing, my dogs won't fail. Can't go like gun, I don't wear YSL. Get to poppin' that shit, they like Pap nice as hell. My bitch too bad, her ass nice as well. Keep me in my bag, I buy her Chanel. They killed your cousin, you ain't do shit. But most of these niggas wanna look like Kane. On Instagram, lie they gang. Got caught, told them crackers everything. 50,000 on me eating chicken. What? Nigga, this little money here ain't a thing. I put my bitch Alexander White. I like when she rock a Chinese bag.
Alright, man, let's get right to the stream, man. I needed a little song. I need to hear some music before we got started with this, man. Shout out to DDG and Reggie, bro. They beefing, though. I'm going to start up right here with this Reggie, man. Reggie last time speaking on doodoo garbage, bro. Let's tap into this real quick. Let's see what Reggie had to say, man. This is supposedly the video where he brought up DDG dead brother. So, if y'all don't know, some of y'all know, I didn't know, but I know now. DDG had a brother that got killed to gang violence, got shot due to gang violence back before they made it out of Michigan. So Reggie brought up DDG dead brother. Let's start off with this video and then we're gonna see how DDG responded.
Nah, that is my last time speaking on these. Today my last day. I hate to do it. I actually hate to do it to these because I feel like they thought they had an easy mission. We ain't going for that. I feel like these thought like, oh, alright, we gonna do this to this law, and we ain't going for none of that. Ain't going for none of that. For them saying, so who the first order of business? For them saying, I seen was talking like about, you know, dead folks and people that passed away. We not on that. I see my homies said what they said, you feel them saying, after Dub, who initiated the talking about dead people, you feel what I'm saying, which he's not holding himself accountable, you know what I mean? But I see what's going back and forth. Me personally, I'm not speaking on the dead people because I feel like that's low. And I honestly don't think that I have to go that low because these are not getting under my skin. You know what I mean? But the fact that DDG feel like the setting the example of a dad passed away, you feel what I'm saying? My dad was not killed, murdered, nothing. Mind you, my dad was really in the streets, no cap. Like, I ain't lie, my dad was a real goofy. I never said I hated my dad. I feel like this shit give me a perfect time to actually express myself about this because I never really got to talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like who the fuck you call my phone, man? Nah, it's just some shit like, I actually can express myself. So, like, my dad really...
You're scared. 88, what's the word, brother? How you feeling, though? My boy 88 said, isn't it all fair? In the trenches, the whole point is go as low as you can. Yeah, but when you start talking about the dead, my boy, shit changed, dog. Like, it go from, yeah, I'll box him to, yeah, if I see that nigga, I'm gonna really hurt him.
He wasn't a you feel what I'm saying? You gotta understand, like, sometimes life and a might not be able to do everything that he want to do, but that don't make that a bad person. Was that 100% of my life? No. Do I hate my dad? No. For what I'm saying, then you gotta think. Said I was a bad person for not going to my dad's funeral. Gang, you know.
Damn, niggas is cutting. Niggas is talking like that. Like, niggas talk about niggas not going to their dad's funeral and all that. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, what happened to the jokes? What happened to the funny shit? That's not funny. Like,
how mentally fucked up I'm already am. Like, I literally went to my homie funeral. Who actually...
Yeah, so you went to your homie funeral, but not your pop. You know, that don't matter. That don't matter. That don't matter anyway.
Got killed. Like, really, it's some real shit. And that shit fucked my mind up. And I came back and streamed immediately. Then my dad died, mud. How the fuck? Like, I'm only one person, bro. You feel me? Then my thing is, I'm glad that DDG is showing y'all the person that he actually is. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole list of for them saying these want to be petty. I'ma also be petty. I got a whole list of reasons why. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't fuck.
Nah, true. I mean, who cares if he went or not? You know, like, it's none of our business. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
With DDG. So, first thing first, his name is Daryl. I don't even like the name Daryl. I feel like the name Daryl is just any type of name. If you name your child Daryl, that's top 5 worst names of all time. When you type the poop emoji on Apple Music, DDG name pop up. So even Apple Music knows.
Can't be.
Him dissing me is like literally dissing the entire side of the black community because he thinks he's better than because he got a little money. Bro, you're 27. Humble yourself. It's a lot of that called you out, and I'm not gonna say their names. I don't want to bring no new into this, but it's a lot of that called you out, Daryl, and you ducked the fade multiple times. Stop with all that gangster shit, bro. Y'all.
Nah, but Reggie ducking his fade now though. I ain't gonna lie. They said Reggie said, nah, I ain't gonna box him. I get my mans to box him. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Fuck they do that at? They do that in Baltimore, nigga? I ain't know. Exactly. Would I say, nah, I'm a grown man, I would smack you at 20 years ago, probably. Yeah, of course.
Bro, first of all, I'm not even going to diss where he's from because I really am the type of to put on where he from. If you from Pontiac and you feel like you know how to rap, you feel what I'm saying? You feel like you a funny from Pontiac, tap in with me. I'm going to put y'all on a higher platform, something that DDG never did. One thing that my city can vouch for me and say, I gave so many platform to the point where it was like, if you ain't do nothing with it, that's on you. I gave so many from my city the platform. Before I even came to Atlanta, I literally tried to get every famous person in my city on my stream, bro. I'm only one. There's only but so much I can do. And another thing, I don't support the bros. Gang, if you really do your research, you know me and Craig been locked in for years now. And it's multiple occasions where you can see me and bro doing videos with millions of views. One thing that is not acknowledging, bro, this is all about me having morals and principles of not scamming my fans. And I don't even call my fans. That's how much I'm locked in with my supporters, bro. We don't even say the fan word over this bitch. And I really want y'all to understand the principle of this. These is cool with scamming. Not to mention, this DDG did some broke ass.
Bro, we found out about this nigga together, bro. You don't remember? We was on stream. We was watching this nigga roast Dub and Zeus or some shit like that. We found out about the Lil Rodney nigga together on stream. I didn't know him before I found out about him on here, but I'm glad I found him. Nigga funny.
Today. Was it today actually? Didn't he literally just post some? I literally see him post some scam shit. That's why he don't care. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to persuade niggas not to fuck with him, even though that's what he's trying to do. I'm not even trying to persuade y'all. I just want y'all to see this shit. Like, gang, you know damn well, gang, like, come on, bro. Be real, gang. And my nails dirty because I've been digging in my ass, but don't worry about that. That's another note. Listen, bro, this nigga is dead ass posting the same shit that these other niggas is posting. Y'all niggas all flipping y'all money, gang. Now look at this clip. We got a boatload of clips to watch.
Right. I don't know how I got in. I think he paid the bouncer. My cousin paid the bouncer $200. It was his birthday. He told me to come out to Atlanta. And I went to Magic City, right? And he was throwing money. I ain't got no money. He throwing money in the air, right? I see a 5 on the ground. I'm like, you throwing 5?
Hey, Shaw. Charmaine, what's up, girlie? How you feeling tonight? You said his chat's ripping. Yeah, he popping out here. And Kai messed with him too. Kai, like, you could say half put him on. He was on the radio because I heard he had his own shit going on. Like, he had his own fan base, but Kai just put him to a broader fan base, I guess.
It's like, usually just throw ones in the club, right? I see 5s on the ground, so I start picking them up.
Let's listen to DDG.
Like, money. I ain't got no money. He thought Magic City. It was his birthday. He told me to come out to Atlanta. And I went to Magic City, right? And he was throwing money. I ain't got no money. He throwing money in the air, right? I see a 5 on the ground. I'm like, you throwing 5s? Like, usually just throw ones in the club, right? I see 5s on the ground, so I start picking them up. I start picking up the ones. I start doing this and that, picking them up. Boom. And then I went in. One of the dancers or whatever, caught me. My cousin, like, we're gonna do what we do, right? So the next day, I got a stack full of ones in my pocket. I'm going to the bathroom in the club, coming back, counting it up, boom, boom. I made like $500, $600.
Nigga took $500 from some hard working dancers.
That's crazy.
Magic City, please do not ever allow this broke ass nigga back into y'all establishment. This nigga picked the money out the ground, put it in his pocket, ran to the bathroom.
Counted some.
He said out his own mouth. He said this. This is fact. This is what he said. He said I ran to the bathroom, came back, got some more. He said I got some more. I put that in my pocket. Then when I got home,
I counted it up.
It was $500.
That's crazy. Shaw, you don't like him, Charmaine? She said he's an idiot. And then said, you being too nice, Jimmy, saying he funny because that's debatable. Nah, he funny sometimes. This not funny right here. Well, what DDG said was diabolical anyway. He just ad-libbing it.
Yo, that's the brokest shit ever, bro. I'm never going to the club picking up money. Then another thing that I really want y'all to see. So, right, he had my dad as his home screen and shit, right? I'm yet again going to stay.
Bro, that's crazy. Why they doing all this? He had your dead dad as his home screen? Why? Why y'all doing all this, bro?
Again,
shit is beyond me.
I'm personally not going to diss his dead people because I know that shit is just unnecessary. These niggas don't got me mad enough for me to even want to do that. But I just want to shed light on the lame shit that he did because he said I'm a fucked up individual for not going to my dad's funeral. When y'all niggas gotta understand, bro, as a man, nigga, mentally, bro, you gotta protect your peace, gang. And me and a lot of my family members not seeing eye to eye, and it is what it is. So it's like I wouldn't even put myself in that position. My mom went to view my dad, and even her just telling me, my nigga, that shit made a nigga feel some type of way. But I also feel like my dad did get to see me on stage. If y'all watch my stand-up, y'all would know I talked about my dad having a stroke. That's how my dad died. My dad had a stroke, and you know, with the stroke shit, nigga. Once your voice gone, nigga, your life next, nigga. Everybody.
Nah, he said, nah, it sounds like the story Kevin Hart told about being in the strip club before he was really getting money. Yeah, did Kevin Hart tell us? Kevin Hart might have told that story. But I definitely done seen niggas sneaking bills for sure. I seen it with my own 2 eyes. Seen niggas sneaking bills with their foot. I don't see niggas get kicked out. Bouncers don't damn near whoop the nigga ass for that.
I know that, bro. You know, death coming threes, you feel what I'm saying? My uncle died, you feel what I'm saying? Then my granny died, then my pops died, nigga. I don't know, nigga. I'm losing everything, nigga. I done lost my bitch, nigga. I done lost my dad, nigga. I done lost my...
You ain't lose your bitch, nigga. That was your bitch for 2 weeks.
Granny, nigga? You, nigga, hey, that's too much losing now, bitch. Hey, nigga, I done lost goddamn everybody in this bitch. God damn. Nah, dead ass, though. So just look at this clip. I just feel like this was the lamest shit he could have ever did.
Now, RIP his peoples. It do be hurting when you lose your people.
My brother didn't deserve this at all. My brother was a loving person.
Nah, this diabolical. Nigga pulled up DDG. Oh, DDG shouts out his YouTube at brother's funeral. No, this is kind of diabolical. I was about to say Reggie diabolical for pulling up DDG talking at his brother's funeral. That is diabolical. Nigga, wearing your YouTube name at your brother's shit is kind of diabolical also, though. Yo. Wearing, bro, it's... Yo, wear the RIP shirt, the RIP sweater. Like, nah, that's kind of crazy.
He never hurt anybody.
Shit he could have ever did.
My brother didn't deserve this at all. My brother was a loving person. He never hurt anybody. This whole situation seems fake, but whoever murdered my brother, someone need to speak up, because I feel like that person didn't care. It was premeditated. They thought about it. I think that person should get life in prison. If you know anything about the situation.
Crazy thing about it, bro, he got on his YouTube shirt with his username under it. My thing is, it's like, is you sad or not? And I don't want to hear, oh, I just grabbed a hoodie. This was my only hoodie. Why did you wear this hoodie, DDG?
I ain't gonna lie. That shit, bro. Listen, man. That shit kind of crazy. But yo, I guess it is what it is, man. Nigga figured I'm about to be on TV. Rest in peace, my brother. He would want me to go up. He want me to go up. I mean, DDG did go up. I mean, yo, this is crazy though. Nigga, look, mom's got the RIP with the picture. I want to see what everybody else wearing. I got to see what everybody else wearing.
Because you wanted your YouTube to go up.
Hey, Mary. Hey, Mary, how you feeling tonight, girly? Yes, like and subscribe, everybody. Appreciate y'all.
Off of your brother. All right. Oh, I just grabbed a hoodie. This was my only hoodie. Why did you wear this hoodie, DDG? Because you wanted your YouTube to go up. Off of your brother. All right, that's all I'm saying, bro. But these niggas say I'm lame for not going to my dad's funeral. But this is what you doing for your brother. You want the nigga who harmed your family to get life in jail. But when a nigga tell you your music ass, you want a box. I rest my case. I'm done.
He trying to say DDG pussy because he's saying that he want the nigga that killed his brother to go to jail, but he want to box the niggas for not liking their music. That's what he trying to say without saying it.
Life in jail. All I'm saying, bro. But these niggas say I'm lame for not going to my dad's funeral. But this is what you doing for your brother. You want the nigga who harmed your family to get life in jail. But when a nigga tell you your music ass, you want a box. I rest my case. I'm done talking about these niggas because niggas got pics, and I really wanted to show everybody that these niggas got pics.
Nigga said these niggas got pics.
And then that's my whole principle. I'm never scamming my fans. You feel what I'm saying? it ain't really too much else to say. Niggas duck multiple fades from multiple niggas. Niggas only worried about me because y'all know I get under niggas' skin. And I wanted to prove to y'all, these internet niggas just think that they run the world. Gang, we all regular people. Y'all niggas got money, y'all niggas got crash outs. I got money, I got crash outs. I really personally am cool with, you feel what I'm saying, not saying nothing else about y'all niggas. I promise y'all I got way better content. I like to chill, smoke. I don't even like the beef, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So I'm going to leave this here. I don't have nothing else to say.
All right, that's what he had to say about it, bro. We're going to see what DDG had to say now. Because DDG posted, I guess, after this. So we're going to see what that's about. Let me read the chat. Mary said, hey, guys, I'm here. We see you, Mary. Charmaine said, what? All right, let's see what DDG had to say about this. He put my last time addressing Reggie.
I say, yesterday, I definitely 100% can be a man.
What is this crown with the numbers thing besides it mean? It's who came into the chat first. Whoever is the first to comment puts the crown with a 1. Whoever's the second to comment put a crown with a 2, and whoever's the third put a crown with a 3, I believe. Yeah. Wait, no, how? Because Charmaine was here first. I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I gotta see. I gotta look into that feature.
And say I got out of character. What I said about Reggie Pops was wrong. I'm not saying that because I say anything on the internet. I'm not saying that because trying to chime in or whatever. I don't give a fuck if he dissed my brother that passed. Because I say anything on the internet. I'm not saying that because trying to chime in or whatever. I don't give a fuck if he dissed my brother that passed. I got out of my own character. That's something that I really don't do unless I'm really mad. But y'all know how I feel about what I'm going through right now. Nobody really knows what I go through mentally off camera or what I'm really dealing with. And when you get piled up and you got little ugly little. Now I'm apologizing for what I said. It's still though, by the way. Still you, and I still want to box you. All right? When I see you, we're gonna have this conversation. I'm going to see you at some point. But as a man, I'm man enough to sit here and apologize for dissing your pops. Losing a father is something that I haven't experienced in my life. So
I like that he being the bigger man. He older, bro. You gotta be the bigger nigga, the older nigga. You know what I'm saying? Be more mature.
I can only imagine how that feels to you, and I can be a man and say I was definitely wrong for that. When it comes to beefing with Reggie, like this to me, like I don't know. It's really just like I don't know how to explain it. But I'm still on your ass though. Like, I don't want y'all to think that I'm just like drama farming or I'm just here for drama and this and that. It's not that whatsoever. It's just, I don't lose beefs. I always get the last word. I always get the last laugh. That's just who I am. You can call me childish in that aspect, but that will be what it be. No matter what the f y'all think, if I'm childish, whatever, I don't give a f. Ain't no gonna beat me in this internet. In terms of anything that was said indirectly, I would not address unless my name is attached to it. If I say my name, it's different. Then I address it. But if it don't say my name, I just take that as like just talking. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really tripping about what another say unless my name.
W scenery, bro. The scenery with Paris, wherever he at right now, beautiful scenery.
Name is brought up because I know how to be in real life. Hello? You downstairs again? Hello? Huh? Where you at? Just waiting the lobby door.
That's right. Hit that light. Oh shit.
No. Bring it up. Yeah. It's up to you if you want to go up. All right, man. Check the lower. Can't see. I still have to make another $275,000 off of you, so it will be prolonged. It won't be more so like giving you a word. This is what I do want to say though. I want y'all to notice how me talking about, y'all see how like, when I say something, I'm a bully. When he say something equally as disrespectful, yeah, let's go. Them called fake fans. I want you to know something, Reggie. Them people that you think have your back on this internet, these are people that have been hating on me for years prior to them even know. Half of the folks that's taking your side don't even know who you are. I have a very solid fan base and a very solid hate.
Charmaine said, I feel like the unfunny guy blew the situation by saying DDG couldn't talk about the situation with his girl from the beginning. Nah, that's true. That is true. You're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that. It was just, the nigga was salty about his losing his girl, I guess, bro. And that was only his girl for like 2 weeks. So, like, he was wrong.
Hate base.
But you know, you can't tell these young niggas nothing, man. That's like high school love.
Think have your back on this internet. These are people that have been hating on me for years prior to them even know. Half of the folks that's taking your side don't even know who you are. I have a very solid fan base and a very solid hate base. My hate.
This nigga said he gonna make $300,000 off the nigga and then go to Lamborghini and buy a whip. That's what he said. He said he gonna make $300,000 off dissing him and then go buy a whip. I guess he stopped it though, because he said he apologized for certain shit.
Hate base is strong, but my hate base is also a part of my fan base. If you ain't got haters like me, then once you get to a certain level, then haters become profitable. So I have a lot of haters of all shapes, sizes. I got a lot of haters of genders, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna do a meet and greet in Baltimore. And I want you to know, because one thing I did do, I went on tour in Baltimore and it was one of my favorite shows. They showed so much love. So I just want to see if the same love is there. So I'm gonna do a meet and greet in Baltimore. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the address real soon. And we're just gonna see how that go. But
what y'all think gonna happen if DDG go to his city and do a meet and greet? Charmaine said he must never get girls. Damn.
Aside of that, I don't want to just sit here and yap. I'm still going to follow through with whatever I said I was going to do. But from this point forward, I'm going to keep the trolling surface level. You feel me? Like, I don't want to dig as deep as I did. I don't want to talk about nobody dead relatives and like that. I don't want to do all that extra. At the end of the day, bro, like, everybody going to die one day. Like, you know, that's what we just going to have to deal with. But that's not the type of energy I want to bring upon the world. When I'm out here, I got little kids coming up to me, taking pictures with me, and like, that's just something that it just wasn't in my character. And I genuinely, after I got off live, after I ended I did feel bad, I ain't gonna lie. I felt bad. I was like, damn, why the fuck did I say that? But to be completely transparent, I had a good day yesterday, I guess that was yesterday for y'all. Yeah, I had a good day yesterday. But it was some things that happened during that day that ticked me off a little bit. And it kind of was a build up from me getting on live. Y'all know I don't like missing days, but yesterday was one of them days where I was like, man, I shouldn't get on live. I just don't feel right. But I be pushing myself to hit start on the live all the time. So that energy came from multiple places. And I want y'all to know, I want to apologize to my fan base for putting y'all in that position to defend some. Like, maybe we can do a boxing card.
He not gonna box though.
Do a boxing card. We can all get in the ring.
Facts.
Like,
haters gotta be a motivator.
I want that type of shit. I'm gonna keep this shit surface level. I ain't gonna dig deep no more. I was wrong. I said what I said. But any bad fit, I'm on you. You're not good at rapping. You suck. You're trash. You're terrible. You suck. Dookie meat. That's my ball pass. Reggie's highest stream song already. Make sure y'all go stream that, by the way. It's out right now on all streaming platforms. Music video coming soon. What else? Make a TikTok to it. We have 5,000 TikToks. Let's try to get to 10K in the next week. I apologize for y'all for having to choose sides from y'all childhood here.
I guess he
came up to me multiple times and streaming you, rapping my song, sucking this shit. So to be giving him attention. So as y'all know, Reggie came up to me multiple times and streaming you, rapping my song, sucking this shit. So I'm happy to give him something in his career that's stamping him and helping him. And, you know, I feel like no homo, me and Kai is co-parenting him. This both of our sons. No homo.
Nah, co-parenting is crazy. Me and Kai's co-parenting him is crazy.
Hey, yo, career that's stamping him and helping him. And, you know, I feel like no homo, me and Kai is co-parenting him. This both of our sons. No homo, obviously. Hey, yo. But
him and Kai had a baby together, pause.
But I gave him his biggest moment. Kai gave him his biggest moment, and now we created Reggie. You feel me? And I'm okay with doing that. As a big homie, as a more that's more snapped in the game, I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. So you don't have to say thank you. I just say you're welcome, Reggie. I gave you one of your biggest moments, but now I ain't gonna force it. I ain't gonna force it, but I am gonna force it. I am gonna continue to diss you for the rest of your. At least to the end of this year, you will be dissed. I don't know, maybe we come up with a different name for you so you don't feel like you gotta go out and rent 10 girls for a stream. You know, it's never that deep to me. Y'all would never see me buy a trash bag, put my dusty P.O. box clothes in it and write Reggie Garbage. Like, he's a kid, y'all, but he's not a kid. So I just had a little epiphany this morning, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't finna sit here and keep playing with this little. But I ain't gonna say too much about it. That's about it. But I think, you know, one thing you can't do, you can't talk all that and then be scared of any physical contact. You gotta stand on that shit. But you know, he just a little. That's just what they do, bro. So I can't even be mad at him. I did teach the class. He is following some of my curriculum. So as a former professor of streaming you, I had to give him his props for standing up, going toe to toe with me on the internet. But one thing he did fail is the fade. Y'all see me at Streamer University. Why the problem with me, they put them gloves on, they faded. It don't matter if they were short, tall, skinny, little, unexperienced. They got up and they threw hands. If Reggie threw hands with me, bro, if he just boxed me for one round, it could be like 30 seconds, bro. I have so much respect for that. I have no respect for Reggie as a man. Like, to me,
he didn't want to box. He said he ain't boxing. He tried to get this. He said, nah, box my mans.
You can't talk all that and then be scared of it at the same time, bro. It's just like, that's a keyboard warrior. That's the same as a Twitter account that's just talking to a nigga that's scared, that'll take a picture in person. Just a little, you know, female energy to me. Cause he is a grown man. He be acting like he ain't a grown man. He be like, you a grown ass man. Like, Reggie, newsflash, brother. You gonna get up there. You ain't too far, bro. I was only 6. I was only 6 when you was born. I was barely in school. How old? When you 6, you in what? First grade? I was in first grade. Like, I'm not that much older than you. You feel me? You're a grown man, Reggie. Fight your battles, okay?
Nigga had to put it in a way that he could comprehend. Nigga said, I was only in first grade when you was born, nigga.
Fight your battles, be a man. If Reggie would give me a 3-round fade, it's cool. But I see how it is, bro. Everybody want to keep it internet. That's cool. That's fine too. That's fine too. But I guess just scared of these hands. That's just how it be. In no way, shape, or form did Reggie win a beef with me. The only way Reggie can win a beef with me is if I quit. Come on. And I'm letting y'all know right now, I am not done. Can you put the address in real quick? Yeah. My pants sagging. Niggas ain't never said, oh, game 2. You never win in game 2. You win in game 7. You win in game 4. You win in game 5. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't even get started. Matter of fact, we still in preseason. When we get to the playoffs, you'll know. You'll see the difference in view count. But for all them poor in Baltimore that's making TikToks, y'all not street, y'all not gangster. No one's scared of you. Stop doing that. No that's really sliding for anything is gonna be on TikTok making think pieces. Like, you look like a bad. Stop doing that. Stop.
Anybody in the chat been to Paris? That should look fire from the stream.
Y'all trying to come up off of some beef that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. I don't want y'all to do nothing to me, because it got nothing to do with you. So I don't know why y'all even speaking on it. I don't even know these. It's just a bunch of dusty that's just making little TikToks. And it's just like, bro, y'all look goofy. What happens when I stop talking about Reggie? Then what happens to your life? You clock back in, right? Go back to work, and you make an honest living like you're supposed to, like a good boy. So stop. Stay out of rich folk business, all right? Me and Reggie got more money than you. This is not, you're not. No one's equal in this situation. And I guarantee you, Reggie not gonna put you on. He ain't put his own homies on.
Nah, Reggie gonna put the nigga on if he box you. That's a fact. If Reggie mans box you, he gonna put him on. But you're not gonna box his man because it make no sense. Why would I box a random nigga that's just your man's?
Not gonna put you on. Give it up. Stop. I guarantee you that ain't gonna put you on.
Nah, he might.
Whatsoever.
He gonna put him on because, nigga, he need a nigga. He just said, I'm not gonna fight you. But I got a nigga to fight you. That nigga, he gonna put him on, nigga. He better put him on.
Ever. And Reggie, quit calling my homies behind the scene and thanking them for not getting on your ass. Be a man. Get on everybody's ass. Reggie get on this. I'm gonna tell y'all what Reggie been doing. He'll get online. He'll talk. Like, he'll say some little shit about Cinco. Oh, mind his behavior ass. And then he'll call him. Bro, thank you for not getting mad at me, bro. Like, I'm just seeing Reggie for what he is now, you know? That's just what it is. Like, he talks so much shit about it. And then he'll call him on the side off stream after he acts so tough. Mind you.
Who he called? Tell us who he called, nigga. Did he call J Cinco?
Y'all never met Reggie. I don't know if any of y'all met him. But I'm not the tallest in the world, bro. Like, to be completely transparent with y'all, bro, I'm like 5'9" on a good day. You feel me? 8.5 on a bad day. I'm not the tallest. Reggie is bad height. Like, Reggie,
He said bad bitch height.
like Reggie, the type of girl height and weight that you pick up.
Charmaine said, hey, Jimmy, you see that one of them male escorts suing Diddy Cassie? No, I ain't see that. We got to tap in. I ain't see that.
Why you hitting him? You know what I'm saying? No homo. That was kind of gay. But I'm saying, like, he like a real deal bad height, like 5 foot. Like, he like a little boy, bro. It's just like, I know it sounded a little crazy, but you know what I mean? Like them little fun size girls that you. That's what Reggie is. Reggie is fun size, bro. Like,
Pause.
no threat, no nothing, bro.
No
It's
Diddy.
just like he gotta be like 5 foot 110.
Yo, is No Diddy still in effect? Even though he ain't get found. Remember, is No Diddy still in effect? It might still be.
And bro, like, just a little with short man syndrome. You know how them be, man. Niggas short, they already born mad at life. You can't really be mad at it to be frustrated. Hereditarily, he was born to lose. So he trying to figure out a way. Like, most short try to be funny. That's all he can resort to, because you're not going to the league. You're not doing anything athletically. All you can do is crack jokes. You can't fight, so you have to crack jokes. So I'm starting to give him a little bit more grace in that sense, because I'm like, damn, like, the low-key can't do nothing else. He gotta say shit. He gotta crack jokes. He's already mad at the world. He was born to be pissed. So I'm starting to like be more mature in that sense and really understand where this.
Nah, facts. Calling J Cinco mindless behavior is crazy. Facts.
Coming from, because I'm like, damn, this nigga is 5 foot, fun size.
I told you the nigga Reggie funny.
It's the dustiest in the crib. Like, it's like little shit like that. Like, you gotta look at that type of shit and be like, damn, I see why the said what he said. You feel me? But anybody with a real ear know my music ain't trash. That shit really don't get to me. The only thing that get to me is when what a platform said. You know, I don't give a when a random man say some shit, but when a platform say my music trash, I'm gonna get on your ass every time. If you don't have a certain amount of followers, don't even try it. It's not gonna piss me off. But if you got a certain amount of followers, I say around a 500K mark on Twitch, I'm gonna say something to you, 100%. But yeah, I'm just yapping at this point.
So he ain't really speak about him talking about his brother and shit yet. He kind of went there a little bit by saying like, oh, da, da, da. But then he said, oh, you know what I mean? He didn't really respond to the nigga saying the shit about him wearing the shit at his brother's funeral and shit like that.
I know y'all saying next segment. I'm waiting on my Uber. Like, no, if I did like this to Reggie, that's a head kick. Literally, head kick. Him standing straight up. Dead in his chin. That's how little that is. You one of them niggas, you gotta shake off your foot. He probably grab my foot, we fight. Chill little off me.
This nigga dumb.
Off me, nigga. Grown too. Yeah, you caught, what happened?
You got India on the phone?
Oh, no. I'm here though. Uber pulling up. All right, bet.
So him and India really go together, or this just some online shit? Or do him and India really go together? They be spending a lot of time together. They on this trip together, I think.
The one I was telling you.
Huh?
Just that one, the taxi driver.
The Uber coming right now. Yeah. And I did another deep dive. I said something that on stream. Great. You sure? She said, yes, sir. I said, all right, bet. Send the info. You got pre-check?
Oh,
I just want to give her a platform because she gave me that type of
You about to take Reggie bitch on a flight, y'all.
number. That nigga ain't nowhere near that shit. Girl, he broke for real. I know y'all told me no, but Zaria flight is booked. Yes, I know her real name, Reginald. Her flight is booked. She will be pulling up. We will keep it positive. I just want to give her a platform because she got a bad head start. I talked to her. I asked her about that little clip. She said she just read a comment. That's the only reason she said doo-doo garbage. So I said, you sure? She said, yes, sir. I said, all right, bet. Send the info. You got pre-check? She said no. You got clear? She said yeah. I said, all right, when you get there, scan your eyes, you'll go straight to the front. Boom.
Hey.
So that stream is still coming. 100%.
I guess that's the get back.
I will be closing my back door just in case though. Eyes is peeled. Don't think this is a way for you to to backdoor me, Reggie. It's not going to work. Have the Secret Service surrounding the property for all Baltimore. All you Baltimore with switches, that's cool. Cause I got a big shield and I got a med kit. What you gonna do? And I got a jump pad just in case pull up. Yeah, this sucks right here.
Alright. That's the DDG and Reggie beef, gang. That's the DDG and Reggie beef, my boys. That's what it all came down to, gang. I don't know, man. Yo, did y'all hear about the podcast? Wait, what Charmaine was telling me? You said dude called, somebody sued somebody. Said, hey, did you see the male escorts suing Kitty, Diddy, and Cassie? Let's see. Okay, let's look that up. This,
Hold up. Hold up. Yeah. It's going down.
where could I find it? Where could I find that at, Shaw? The male escort suing Diddy and Cassie. It's only him? Male escort from Diddy sex parties offers apology to Cassie. Breaking news, male escort. And nobody really got it. It must be an Instagram thing. Where's that on Instagram? What Instagram page is on? Did y'all hear about this nigga right here? Hold on, not this. Not my nigga Stacy.
And so, peep this
Podcaster scamming past came back to haunt him.
clip right here from my live stream and make sure that you have my notification bells turned on so you always then do pretend.
Look, this nigga right here. Any of y'all know this nigga? The rich and what is it? Isn't it rich and unemployed? Arrested. Let's see, copy. Arrested. Let me see.
He's a popular podcaster. He has a rich and unemployed podcast. All right, so
y'all know this nigga or nah? He's saying she gave him a STD and aborted a baby. Where's that on Instagram? TMZ? I'm gonna check Instagram.
You guys may have seen clips like this right here. Let me see if I can pull this up.
You wanna watch a movie before you leave? You said you was hungry.
I am hungry.
Let me feed you.
Feed me what?
Food. What was you expecting?
You can feed me.
What you want?
Yes, whatever.
So basically, long story short, he had a podcast that was getting popular around the time where there was a lot of relationship content on social media, a lot of relationship podcasts. It wasn't manosphere content because he would deal with a lot of girls that was like that you wouldn't want. I ain't even gonna say that because he had a lot of hoes on the podcast. Like Johnny Blaze, y'all know she's a hoe. Y'all know she's a hoe. Shout out to Johnny Blaze.
Nigga say y'all know she's a hoe.
Because she's trying, but she's still a hoe though. But it was a lot of people that he would do content with like that. So that was like the manosphere thing. They would tell men how to behave, how to get women, things of that sort. But at the same damn time, a lot of content would be with these chicks that OnlyFans models or IG models and things of that sort. So he was popping around that time. He was gaining a lot of traction, especially when the manosphere was really, really killing it. But since then, the manosphere has kind of tailored off. Even the people that's within the manosphere, they aren't doing specifically that type of content anymore because they've been clapping pages, clapping channels. But I just know I haven't seen this dude's content that much anymore. All right, I haven't seen it that much now. And he had this thing called Rich and Unemployed. So he was known for having a fraud ring or doing some fraud in the past and doing some years for it. But it comes out that he has been arrested recently for fraud, and people are like surprised because they didn't know where
Yeah, everybody know Johnny Blaze. I don't know that man. That's Johnny Blaze though. Yeah, everybody know her. But yeah, he had a podcast. I seen it a couple times. Like I didn't watch it consistently or nothing, but I've seen it. I've seen it pop up.
he's been. So it says the podcast world is on fire at the feds reportedly picked up well-known podcaster Jonathan Duperton, the voice behind the popular Rich and Unemployed podcast, an alleged $10 million fraud case. All right.
A 10 milli fraud case?
So it says, beginning on or about July 27, 2020, and continuing through or on about April 30th, 2021, in the Northern District of Georgia and elsewhere, the defendants, Jonathan Dupin, aka Anthony Watts, Kadir Williams, Emmanuel Dupiton, and Cameron Bell, did knowingly and willfully conspire, confederate, agree, and have a tacit understanding with each other and others unknowingly to the grand jury to knowingly devise and intend to devise a scheme and artifice to defraud and to obtain money and property, namely unemployment insurance benefits by means of materially false and fraudulent pretenses, representations and promises, and by the omission of material facts, well knowing and having reasons to know that said pretenses were and would be false and fraudulent. Oh, this sound like the unemployment schemes during the pandemic. This is exactly what
this is. Damn, they still clapping niggas from the pandemic.
What that is?
Wow, they actually clapping niggas from the pandemic. But I guess if you took 10 mil, they on your ass.
Oh. This is the pandemic fraud. They got to be that because a lot of people is doing unemployment fraud. Oh, okay. So, damn.
Nah, that's crazy, dog.
$50,000 a month. Why not expand the business?
Elaine, you crazy saying homie lived up to the name though. Wait, I was thinking the same thing. Goddamn.
You know, like, why not expand the business? At that point, I think I was making about $50,000 a month.
So he had
That's a lot of money. 50 bands a month.
He had a restaurant or a convenience store, and it was with a lady that had his last name. I don't know if it was his wife or a family member, you know. And then he said he was making $50K a month, and then he started to expand to make more money, I guess.
$50,000 a month, easily. So, you know, I thought about, okay, if I can just hire more people, get more stores, I can make way more money. My goal was to make $250,000 a month. So what I started doing was I started hiring people. I knew what it took, you know.
$250,000 a month is crazy, dog. What?
Get more stores, I can make way more money. My goal was to make $250,000 a month. So what I started doing was I started hiring people. I knew what it took, you know. I had my own operation going on. I had, you know, somebody typing the names. I had somebody doing the IDs.
So basically what happened is
I had somebody typing the names, doing the IDs. Wait, so it wasn't legal?
My own operation going on. I had, you know, somebody typing the names. I had somebody doing the IDs.
He was talking about the fraud online.
So basically what happened is he kind of made himself hot. Because it says they raided his residence.
Let's see what I see.
Like I said, I was hoping that pop up. Like he would have videos like this. I was thinking, you know, he ain't gonna be doing that shit no more.
It's a new year, man. I know I got a lot of niggas that's in the field. I know I got a lot of niggas in the field that watch my podcast. A lot of niggas in the trenches. A lot of niggas sell drugs, scamming. A lot of niggas that's outside, you know what I'm saying, that's making their money illegally and trying to go to the legit side. And I got a message for you because, as you know, my nigga, I've been in your shoes. I've been there before, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna come on here claiming I'm just the goddamn, the streetest of the street niggas. That ain't what I claim to be. That's not what I strive to be. I don't give a fuck about having that title. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I did my dirt, nigga. I came up, nigga. I ain't moved on. But what I'm trying to say is, you know how much mental intelligence it takes to sell drugs and have an operation, nigga, and to not get caught?
Gemini Bala, what's good, homie? Yeah, I thought he was.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was in a nigga chat. Oh, shit.
Out of the game. If this is true, hopefully it ain't true, but it's a fair charge.
Same amount of focus,
crazy.
time, and energy, nigga, it take with this legit stuff. I never imagined in my life that
they say
this shit crazy, dog. I don't know, my boy. But y'all don't know this nigga? If y'all don't know this nigga, I can go. It's crazy though. They clapping this nigga for a 10 milli situation. Like, come on, man. That's, bruh. Bro, I don't even know what type of time they gonna get this nigga, but 10 mil? What type of time they hit niggas with for 10 mil? Like, what type of time? You know, the 10 mil is crazy, dog. Did he blow it all? Do he still got it? The fuck? Shit crazy. All right, let's move on. Anyway, because y'all don't know the nigga, but I don't know him like that either. But I seen this shit pop up. To know that this nigga was getting money off podcasting the whole time he was scamming is crazy. That shit kind of wild. That shit not wild to y'all? That shit wild to me. I ain't gonna lie. All right, let's see. We get into 4 people killed at Mellow Buck's party in Chicago. Let's tap in real quick.
It's a very sad day in Chicago. It's another very violent day in Chicago. The news has just dropped that apparently 4 people lost their lives and over a dozen were injured outside of a album release party for the female rapper Mellow Bucks. It's a crazy...
She crazy. She rowdy too. She always get into some shit. But damn, niggas got clapped. People, not clapped, but niggas died outside her party. Damn, bro. 4 people.
Story, and there's a whole lot of activity going on Reddit right now, breaking down the situation.
Sorry to that man in my Kiki Palmer voice. Yo, I think for 10 mil, they gonna hit you with a lot of time too. I think that's... Mary, I agree. I think you get a lot of time because 10 mil is crazy.
And the saddest part of this whole thing, it may very well be the case that those people that were targeted in this attack were actually asking for it by dissing somebody that had just been killed.
Can't play in the mud and not get dirty. That's right.
Shortly before this all went down. So we're going to get into it. I've got some things to share with you on Reddit today, but it's absolutely crazy news coming out of Chicago. So this was going around. A dude from a set called 9-5 had been killed. A man named Drills had apparently passed away. And members from Mellow Bucks' crew No Limit, or NLMB, the No Limit Muskegon
niggas laugh. Niggas said Drills died on a drill with a laughing emoji.
Boys, they were posting this guy Drills that passed away, and they were saying Drills died on a drill. Now this is real comedy with laughing faces. So look, this was a tense situation already. Somebody had already lost their life, and people were getting trolled. And look, I certainly wouldn't condone anything that happened. It's a massive tragedy, but sometimes when things like this are getting posted around, it's not really surprising what comes next. Be brutal, okay? So one of the most prominent and feared people from the No Limit set is Big Op, formerly known as No Limit Faro. He was dissing somebody heavy last night, apparently in reference to Drills that passed away. He popped up with putting his 2 fingers up, saying new op pack just landed, and just big diss in the ops, putting out that he was outside on 78th Street at 2:58 a.m. and just bragging and boasting and basically twisting the knife on this individual who just lost their life. It even got to the...
See, this is how niggas die, bro. See, I hate to say it, but that's really how niggas die, man. All you doing is talking about death, talking about other niggas that die. Like, what you think your life about to be if all you do is talk about other niggas that die? Like, all you do is like talk shit about niggas that die. Like, niggas die and then you talking shit about them. Like, come on. What's this? Storage room loaded with firearms. What's this?
This episode of
State Boys on the Highway.
State Boys, a deputy with the St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Office was on patrol and spots a vehicle lurking near a storage facility. No lights, no movement, and something feels off. A routine patrol quickly spirals into a criminal investigation. What is TPSO find?
Show your hands, Michael. Sheriff's office. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Show me your hands.
Get out! Get out! Get out! On the highway, Louisiana State Police and law enforcement agencies across the state of Louisiana.
One of the people who got hit was her boyfriend and best friend. Crazy situation. Damn, bro. Rest in peace, up people. Michael Collins, LML Karma. Nigga brought up his dead ops. That's crazy. Yeah. Michael Collins, what up? Shout out to you, gang. Welcome to the chat. My dog, my dog.
Sheriff's office. Sheriff's office.
She sleeping there?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Sorry to wake you up.
Okay.
Just want to make sure you're supposed to be here and everything's good to go.
Yeah, my boyfriend got a storage unit right down there.
Is he down there?
Yeah, he's just putting up some stuff.
Huh?
He's putting up some stuff. We can see where his stuff's out over there.
Where's he at right now?
He's out there. Phone.
You got your ID with you?
Yeah, I do.
How can you fit somebody else in that vehicle?
He's making room to put some stuff in it.
Okay.
Can I go put her?
You can put her back in the vehicle. Just want to make sure you guys are supposed to be here, you know what I mean?
Okay.
How about that ID?
I'm getting it.
Okay. No weapons, nothing like that in there?
No.
All right. It's because you're reaching and I can't really see what
No,
you're going
you're-
after. I mean,
you're
get your
good.
ID. It's just... I wanted to let you know what I was thinking.
Okay.
Where y'all from?
From Slaughter.
Slaughter?
Yeah. In Covington. It's over on the other side. You want to walk with me over there?
Sure. You got shoes? I don't want... I mean, it's cold out here. What's your boyfriend's name?
Michael.
Michael. Michael what?
Malone.
Malone?
Yeah.
And your name?
Jessica.
Jessica.
Simeon.
Simeon, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we're in between moving. I have a storage unit actually over there in Birmingham.
3416 total for now. Keep it
I
on
can't get you. I can give you my ID number.
I mean, if you got your ID, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
I know you having trouble finding it?
Yeah.
All right, close it up.
Okay. I can get it off my phone.
What's your ID number? Anna?
Yes.
What's your name again?
Jessica.
It's a driver's license or an ID?
Driver's license.
Everything's valid, not suspended or anything like that.
It's actually I have to go get it renewed.
Okay. I mean, look, you're not driving. So,
Yeah.
you know, you're not in trouble for that, obviously. You can hang out back in your vehicle, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to go make sure he's good and get out of y'all's way. Again, I'm sorry I woke you up.
That's okay. I was sitting here waiting on him to move things around, so.
Right.
We have 3 or 4 storage units.
Now you about to go check on him. And 110K Bitcoin. Gee, I need me one. 2 or 3.
How many units y'all have?
I have this one, and then I have one over in SNS storage.
Why do you have so many?
Because we don't have a car. We don't have a house right now. I'm looking for a place to rent.
You're living in the vehicle?
Well, my sister's house in here.
Okay, gotcha. So you just keep all your property in
Yeah.
storage until you can find some other place to put it, huh? That's reasonable. I get that. 3416 1041 is yes.
I can show you on my phone probably.
Well, I mean, if this is the right information, it should be good enough. 3416 NCIC.
What is he saying to the...
Check away female. No warrants?
No.
Okay. Last name's going to be, first name's Jessica, Juliet, Echo, Sierra, Sierra, India, Charlie, Alpha.
After making contact with Jessica to find out why she's there, the deputy's attention quickly shifts to her boyfriend and the suspect, Michael Malone, who's not in the vehicle but inside one of the storage units.
So you should be on that one right there?
Yeah.
Okay. What number is that?
I think it's 9.
You're the one that rents it?
No, he is.
Oh, he rents it, okay. So you and him both have one in here?
No, it's him.
Okay, you said you had one in here too.
Well, no, it's him.
Are y'all married?
No.
No? Okay. What's his name again?
Michael.
Michael what?
Malone.
Malone? Okay. Where's he from?
He's from, I guess, from West Bacon here.
Okay. Has he ever been in trouble? Y'all not really doing anything wrong, and if you got some kind of silly warrant, I'm not trying to make a big deal about it.
I mean, why you pulling up, bothering them then, nigga? You are trying to make a big deal out of it. You'd have left already if you wasn't trying to make a big deal out of it.
You know what I mean? So. We're gonna walk down there and talk to him, and I'm gonna get out of y'all's way.
Okay.
He's got a key to the lock and everything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Her, I got her ID. The boyfriend's supposed to be down there. It's their unit. I just want to verify their all that stuff. So I'm gonna go talk to him.
He inside the joint. They like, let's catch him slipping. They trying to catch this nigga slipping when he come out. He on that ass.
Stand by 1 second. Why is it closed? I hear him clicking something. Show your hands, Michael. Show me your hands.
Look, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, but as soon as he opened up the gate, these niggas got guns out already. But he do got guns there.
Show me your hands. Come on out, bro. Come on out, man. I heard you messing with guns, that's all. You ain't got nothing on you, do you?
Ain't got no guns on you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Who the fuck said I was doing this?
Relax. You're not in trouble. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to you. The only reason we did that is because I could hear you clicking guns. Okay. Yeah. You're good. You're not in trouble. You're not doing anything wrong. I just heard you clicking guns, and we don't know who we're dealing with out here. Yeah. Okay. Literally, that's it. Keep your hand out of your pocket.
So the whole reason why we're out here is because it's suspicious. Do you have any guns on you? Put your hands on your hip. We're just gonna pat you down.
And make sure you ain't got no guns. Central, go ahead. I apologize.
What is this in your pocket?
Mm-hmm.
This? Flashlight.
Cool, man.
Somebody called on me or something?
We're going to explain everything in just a second. 10 for. Thank you.
You do the paintball?
Yeah. All these are yours, man?
Dude, I bought them in a storage locker.
That's a hell of a collection.
Yeah.
You got ID? You got ID with you? What's your name?
Michael Malone.
Malone? Okay.
I said, I'm just, dude.
ID? You don't have to go in there, man. I'll get it from you on paper.
Yeah, I got a phone. In there. Phone right there.
I'll grab it for you. Yeah. It's a lot of guns, man.
I wonder why.
So here's the thing. I was patrolling late at nights when we get a lot of crime, right? That's kind of reason. You're gonna let me finish my point, or you're gonna cut me off? Okay. So our job is to patrol, make sure nobody's not up to no good, right? It's a little unusual. Not saying it's wrong, but it's a little unusual for a vehicle to be parked out here and the gates to be open, which the gates have been open all night long.
Mom's still outside.
Yeah, she's good. So I'm pulling up and I'm just doing my due diligence to make sure nobody's breaking into storage units or anything like that. So you got a key to this lock?
Yeah.
Okay, you got the key with you. Yeah. Where's the lock at?
Lock is right here.
All right.
Somewhere around here.
I believe you, man. Like I said, I just want to ID you, make sure you are who you say you are, and we'll get you out of here, okay?
Where's your ID?
He do got a hell of a lot of guns.
I bought these in a storage locker.
So did you buy this one?
No. This is my personal. This is my personal locker.
You in here playing with them? I heard you racking it.
No, I was trying to get the some of them are broken.
Oh, okay. Man, look at that flintlock, bro. Huh? You see it? You don't even know what you got, do you? No flintlock.
$500 gun.
Hey, you know what? It's still fun though. Some of them are. Some of them are $500. It's pretty cool, man. Now you wouldn't happen to be a convicted felon, would you?
That I am, and that is.
That ain't good.
Reason why was actually gonna call y'all.
That ain't good.
Tonight?
I was gonna call y'all. What? You was gonna call us, nigga? What the fuck is you talking about?
Go ahead, put your hands behind.
Actually gonna call y'all. Reason
pretty cool, man. Now, you wouldn't happen to be a convicted felon, would you?
I am, and that is reason why was actually gonna call y'all.
You can't make this shit up, dog.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Okay. Go ahead, put your hands behind your back.
Go ahead, put your hands behind your back.
Yeah, you're being detained. What are you felon on, man? Because some felonies count and some don't.
Burglary. For a long time ago.
How long ago?
When was the
2000.
When was the completion of your sentence? Probation included.
I'm actually still on probation, and I'm getting off in November.
Nope, not good. Not good.
I'm on inactive right now.
So let me ask you this, man.
Look, bro.
If I start, don't call me bro.
Hold on.
I've been respectful to
Yes,
you,
sir.
okay? So if I start running those serial numbers, ain't none of them gonna be stolen, are they?
I doubt it.
You should know.
I haven't. I didn't take them.
But you bought them. You're in possession of them.
Yeah, I bought them from.
We'll talk about that.
Well,
in a
yeah,
second.
yeah.
Let's go
take a walk.
Once the deputy learns that Michael was a convicted felon, the situation escalates. They begin questioning him, pressing him for answers for one thing. How did he get his hands on so many firearms?
Right.
Did you ever find your ID?
Yeah, I have an LA wallet.
Okay, cool. We're gonna get that thing. So look, because this is kind of weird, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and read you your rights, all right?
I just got these today.
Well, we'll do it when I get to my vehicle. I want to do it properly, okay? How many guns are in there?
42 total.
42?
42.
Okie dokie. He's just detained right now. We gotta have a conversation. Can you step out and close the door of the vehicle?
Cause you're going next.
No weapons, right? He checked you. Make sure you got no guns.
No, no, man.
That's all I'm worried about, buddy.
No weapons, no nothing.
Can I borrow your phone?
Sure.
You got a wallet in your pocket. Is your ID in your wallet?
Yeah.
You mind if I get your ID out?
Yeah.
Who's your probation officer?
I'm not sure, man.
Turn around, put your butt in. Because we're gonna talk right here, okay?
Look, bro.
Hang on. Hang on. We're gonna talk in just a second, okay? I gotta do this the right way.
That's what I've been doing for a living lately, buying storage.
I said hang on. Okay. So give me a minute. This doesn't mean you're under arrest. It's just me. It's my way of having to talk to you, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have...
Bro, these niggas got one job, bro. Why can't they just remember this shit, bro? Like, I got a whole script I gotta remember at work. Everybody's supposed to have a script they gotta remember at work, bro. Everybody knows shit that you gotta know when you at work. You can't just remember this shit. I remember this shit. I ain't no police. Just from watching these videos.
Him, her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish.
Niggas, they having to read off their card, bro. How many cops... I think every time we watch these shits, cops read off their card. Nah, maybe not always. Some niggas just know it.
You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand your rights? Okay. Do you understand these rights as I have explained them to you? Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, sure. Why
so you
not?
understand your rights and you want to talk to me?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay. Again, it is suspicious, which gives me the authority to detain you and question you and all that stuff, okay? That's all we're doing right now. So, where'd you get those guns?
I bought a storage unit at Southern Self-Storage.
So I'm assuming you have a receipt of some type?
Yeah.
Okay. And it lists the property on the receipt, or how does that work?
It just says storage unit.
Okay.
Paid.
How long ago did you buy them?
Last week. And I just cleared it out.
How much was the unit?
This one was $230.
$230 and you got 42 guns out of one unit?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a deal, man. So, to your knowledge, are you restricted from owning and possessing firearms?
Yeah.
Yes, you are? Yeah. Why didn't you call us as soon as you opened that locker, man? Dude, it would have been off your hands. It would have been done.
Dude, look, I was trying to, me and her argue, kind of, a little bit. It's just, I know, I just got...
I want to go through the guns. Let's see the guns, man. I'm trying to see them shit.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready for this, EJ?
Dude, iPhone quality pictures. And you can label them.
Make sure it's unloaded and then
I never take pictures with this.
I guess Bubba.
You never know how they're gonna come out. So you don't think I need no more photos?
I mean, maybe like take one, like
You got a savage.
Inside of it.
yeah, like
Where they all are.
yeah.
Yeah, watch out. I'm gonna do that.
I mean, we took that one out, but
It's okay.
like go deeper in because that was right here on the first image.
Dude, there's a bunch of guns back there, bro.
Anything else?
You can hang out though.
Yeah, you can hang out if you want.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All been cleared, right? Yep, we cleared them. They're all open. Actions are open. All that shit.
Spikes tactical.
AR-15.
Watch out for fucking snakes, too.
I know.
Oh, wait, well, will we get in trouble for watching guns since they not pointed at nobody? They in a cop
I'm more worried
stand.
about spiders. Oh, what is he? Why does it look like that in there? I've never seen one look like that.
That's dry, man.
It's gross.
Special weapons team?
It's a spike. So,
Here's your Shane gun and
that's what you kill buffalo with.
yeah, hey, we won the West with.
It's a repeater.
You won recording.
It's a Red Dead Redemption gun.
Red Dead Redemption.
Is your purse down here, the black one?
Okay.
Shit about that.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
You can use it.
Jesus Christ.
During the search, the deputies uncovered a staggering 41 firearms, and that was just the beginning.
Man, look at the pistols. Shit. Yo, mad rifles. Yo, this was a great bust for these niggas. This was a great bust, bro. Mad rifles, bro. AR-15s, hunting rifles, everything. And then hella pistols. Mad revolvers. You got automatics. You got 1911s. You look like you got some lever action rifles over here too. I think I seen some lever, at least one or two. Yeah, the dude had a lever action rifle. Bro, this is gun heaven right here.
Michael Malone was arrested for a long list of charges.
I don't think I see not one Glock on that table. Look, not one Glock on this table. Not one Glock.
And that was just the beginning. Michael Malone was arrested for a long list of charges: a fugitive warrant for a probation violation, failure to appear in court, felon in the possession of a firearm, narcotics in the presence of a firearm, including meth, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia. His girlfriend, she was released on the scene. The case was kicked up to federal court, and when the dust settled, Michael...
Nigga went to the feds for this, gang. Yo, the feds stepped in on this nigga. Covington man sentenced for possessing 33 firearms in violation. It was 42. What happens to the rest of the guns? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up, ice cream truck. Bro. It said 42 guns. Now here it says how many? 33 firearms in violation of a federal gun control act. Maybe 33 of them was rifles.
Malone was sentenced to 82 months in federal prison, all from one suspicious vehicle parked outside of a storage unit. To watch the full body cam and see what all...
That's crazy. All from one suspicious vehicle parked outside of a storage unit. Yo, that cop came up. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Yo. Alright, let me see. I'm gonna throw this on real quick. I'll be right back. 82 months light, nope. I guess.
Since we're on federal property, this will be shot straight to federal. So these charges are gonna stick like some sticky rice.
Why are we telling a 10-year-old that we want to tie her up?
It's part of sex, isn't it?
Did you want to do that stuff with her?
Maybe eventually.
How long have you had fantasies like that?
Maybe a couple years.
I mean, you say you had sex with other 10-year-olds before.
I mean, nobody knows about that.
No one. So I'm the first person. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. You did tell her that you want to tie her up and have sex with her?
Yeah.
Do you work with Mr. Hanson?
No, sir. No, sir.
So,
no, sir.
Okay, let me reach out to
Yes, sir. FBI here. Oh, the FBI. Oh, wow. Okay. What's good with y'all boys and girls, man? Welcome to a brand new episode of EDP Watch. And today, we are at O'Hare Airport, Chicago, Illinois. And we're about to do one of the craziest prank catches I think the internet has never seen before. We were coming to Illinois anyway because we got two dudes here that need to be caught. But when I was coming over here, one of my other decoys was like, hey, I got another guy in Illinois that you guys can catch. And I was like, oh, really? Where's he at? He's like, he lives in Chicago and he actually works at O'Hare Airport. Then I got the bright idea of like, why don't we just catch him at the airport whenever we land? So we literally just landed and our man, Mr. Jeffrey Miller, is coming to meet what he thinks is our year-old decoy. He's about to get off. We're gonna meet up with him, get the confession and everything. And the cherry on top of all of this is that since we're on federal property, this will be shot straight to federal. So these charges are gonna stick like some sticky rice. And the thing that's even better is we're 99.9% certain that this dude is a cheese pizza lover. So we're hoping that he brought his cheese pizza to work. I'm really excited about this one. Alex Rosen is on his way right now to come do this with us. So hopefully we can do this all together. I'm excited about this one, man. Huge shout out to my decoy Falcon Pursuit. She's the GOAT with this. She set this all up. I really don't got anything else to say with Jeffrey. You shouldn't have brought cheese pizza for lunch.
What's up, YouTube? Are we catching some people today?
Yeah, man, he's right here. We got him.
How's it going?
I just got some bad news. Mr. Rosen isn't gonna be making it with us, ma'am. The worst losers of my life, my GOAT, Alex Rosen, he's not coming. Now I gotta catch child predators without him. We're gonna get this dude. He's gonna get locked up for a long time. He's gonna be here soon, so we'll see. I'm gonna keep on doing laps just to kind of look. Yo, Jeffrey? Hey, Jeffrey, man. Hey. Listen, I don't think you're a bad dude or anything. Just wanna have a conversation. Is it cool if we just talk real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, just talk over here, okay? Hey, I'm not a cop or anything.
Urgent message that demands your immediate attention. EDP-itis, a silent but deadly condition affecting 1 out of every 445 individuals nationwide. You may not know who has it until it's too late. It could be your local ice cream man, that neighbor with a suspiciously friendly golden retriever, your helpful college professor who just wants to help, or even that one sprightly mailman. So if you care about the survival of humanity, and heck, even your sanity, take the cure, save yourself, and log into EDPWatch.com. You'll get early access to Raw and an EDP before it's too late.
My bad, gang. I'm back. How we living?
Twitter? Yeah. Some girls about stuff. Well, why are we doing this?
Raw, uncut, and please, for the love of Earth, go to EDPWatch.com before it's too late.
You understand why we gotta talk about this, right? Yeah. Why are we doing this?
I don't know, spur of the moment thing.
Spur of the moment? But you know what you were doing is wrong, right?
Yes.
I appreciate that honesty. Listen, we're gonna go talk over here. You know, if I wanted to put you out there, I would have told your bosses and stuff already, you know? What are we here talking about?
You on camera, you out there.
Hey, I appreciate that.
You put out there already.
Okay. What did you want to do with her?
Nothing.
So, like, what all were you saying in the messages?
Tie up stuff.
Why would you want to tie up a team? Well, listen, man, we all make stupid mistakes. We're good right here. You want to just talk right there? All right, Jeffrey. So we're just going to talk, okay? It's just you and me. So how long have you been talking to teen-year-olds?
Not very long.
Not very long? So what's not very long?
Dude work at the airport, dog. He's seeing kids all day long. Who knows what he be paying attention to? He's supposed to be doing his job, but he over there got his eye on the little ones.
Maybe a few days.
I mean, you say you had sex with other 10-year-olds before.
That's a lie.
But why would you lie and say you did that?
Make it sound funner, cooler. I don't know.
You think it sounds cool to have sex with 10-year-olds?
I lie about stuff a lot.
What happened to your finger? I see your finger is amputated.
Something stupid. Was riding my bike, put it in the chain, tried to pull it out. Ripped it off.
You're on Telegram, right?
I can't get into that.
Why can't you get into that?
It got hacked a long time ago.
Oh, so you used to have a Telegram.
Yeah.
So when we were on Telegram, did anybody ever like add you into any group chats and we're putting some like nasty stuff in there?
There might have been.
Okay. What about on Facebook? I see you follow a lot of girls. They seem to be like a lot younger girls. Do they ever be sending you pictures of themselves?
Sometimes, but
they
not
do.
Really.
Is it just selfies or?
Usually selfies.
So they're never sending you like sexual pictures or anything?
No, I'm not into that part.
You know, I don't want to show you the messages, but like, I mean, you said some really like dirty stuff. You said you want her to suck on your.
I'm out. Nigga said Bro, I hate these niggas. All right, let's watch this. Bronx drill rapper D-Thang facing 15 years after Miami arrest for possession of a weapon.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to
felon in possession of a firearm.
Another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Bronx drill rapper D-Thang being picked up in Miami for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Now off the streets as investigators tie their ballistics to at least 6 different shootings, calling the gang members who they say pulled the triggers ruthless.
These defendants allegedly engaged in gun violence, committing 6 shootings, one of which injured a rival gang member.
Yeah, Muddy, don't do that, Muddy. Don't do that, Muddy. That's the opposition. The only move walked in the top of this one. That's the job of mission. Move up in the air, that's your job of kicking like.
This gang would shoot at their ops in the vicinity of schools, MTA buses, even in close proximity to Times Square.
Bro, when the news is saying shoot at their ops, you know we got a problem. Look.
Vicinity of schools.
This
gang would shoot at their ops in the vicinity of schools, MTA buses, even in close proximity to Times Square.
Yo! He said, yo!
This tan and black gun tracked on social media and YouTube, where investigators say gang members posing as aspiring rappers bragged about violence, targeting their rivals, and animal cruelty.
New York drill is in shambles after Ricos have literally destroyed the genre by locking up the biggest artists. Specifically in the Bronx, the rivalry between D-Thang and K-Flock was worth millions.
Facts.
But instead of lavish mansions and expensive cars, both rappers ended up on Rikers Island in neighboring cells. Back in 2022, D-Thang was one of 23 gang members from River Park Towers, more commonly known as RPT, to be indicted. Charges range from conspiracy to commit murder, attempted murder, possession of weapons, multiple shootings, and even killing a pigeon on live. D-Thang would be sentenced to 3 to 5 years in New York State prison and be released in early 2024. Everyone was under the impression that Bronx drill was back and more powerful as ever after it appeared French Montana signed D-Thang, gifting him not only a chain, but allegedly $1 million in cash.
What's going on? Like, real shit. Stop with shit.
When he first came home, everybody was like, yo, this chain kind of slim, bro. This chain kind of slim. Like, nigga, you came home, you supposed to be a star. This nigga French gave you a baby chain. But then we see he came home and my son really ain't do too much with it. But that's the G's, though. Shout out to D-Thang G's, man. Hopefully he get himself up out of this situation and he come up.
Hold on, man.
Come back up.
Let me get you, man. Welcome to the family, brother.
What? Hey, boy.
Welcome to the
I know that.
Coke Boys family.
I know that. Look at
my heart.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
But things aren't always as they seem, and D-Thang would clarify in an interview with DJ Academics that he isn't signed. It would need $5 million to even consider it.
Wait, are you signed to French?
Nah, bro.
Yeah, then that nigga Gumbo, the Gumbo nigga came behind him and put this big ass Gumbo chain on D-Thang.
Tell myself French though. Nah.
What you need right now to sign like a label, man? What a label need to pay you? Or Capital? You know, Capital been tracking everybody.
It's just gonna keep going up. God, buddy. It's just gonna keep going up.
Yeah, what you want?
I need like 5 right now. That's how I feel it.
5 M's?
5 right now. Say that right now.
Unfortunately, since his release, D-Thang's songs have yet to reach the level he was hitting before his incarceration. It's almost as if the rivalry between him and K-Flock is what kept the fans wanting more music, and without that rivalry, many have seemed to lose interest. But now D-Thang has found himself back in handcuffs, back in court, and possibly facing even more prison time. June 29th, 2025, 22-year-old Daniel Collins, aka D-Thang, was booked into Miami's TGK Correctional Center on one count of being a felon in possession of a firearm. A crime we've seen time and time again committed by rappers, especially those visiting Miami. A YouTube channel by the name of Rocky would upload a video of D-Thang's first court appearance, and the judge would grant a $15,000 bond. With only 10% needed for release, D-Thang would only have to pay $1,500. So why has he remained in jail the last few days?
Is it Mr. Collins?
Mr. Daniel Collins.
How you doing?
It looks like he was released from prison last year, and that crime also involves a firearm.
But he has probation, is what you're saying?
Right, it says parole. He may be on parole because it says 1826. And then it says parole discharge 1825. So he may have gotten off of parole in January.
The judge would go over if D-Thang fully completed his parole from prison, or if the state technically still had custody over him, as parole is nothing more than doing time, just in the free world. Looking at the Miami-Dade jail site, it would appear D-Thang has a fugitive warrant from out of state requiring extradition. I'm going to go as far as taking a guess that D-Thang was on some form of parole, violated with this new offense, and now New York State is requesting he be extradited back to face punishment.
Damn.
If this is true, this wouldn't even be the worst punishment he faces. Being a felon in possession of a firearm in the state of Florida carries up to 15 years in state prison with a 3-year minimum mandatory sentence, meaning you're doing 3 years mandatory on top of whatever the judge adds on. But being a felon in possession is also a 922G. The federal law that prohibits felons from possessing firearms. Pooh Shiesty would be a great example in this case. He was sentenced to over 5 years in federal prison for a gun conspiracy charge in Miami. What this means is, depending on how strong the evidence is against D-Thang, he may face a federal indictment and the possibility of up to 10 years in federal prison. If a gun was found on him, he's pretty much done, as there isn't any room for an argument aside from an illegal search. But if a gun was found near him, or even better, near multiple people but nobody claimed it, that would fall under constructive possession, and his defense would stand a much stronger chance. Either way, guns in hip-hop have seemingly either killed rappers or killed their careers, as nobody prospers behind bars. It will always be cheaper to get a gun than hire security, but the risk by far is not worth the reward. Very rarely have we seen rappers defend themselves with a gun, and ironically that's exactly why D-Thang's main enemy K-Flock is going to prison. He was approached by a rival who was armed, killed him in self-defense, but still found himself indicted and facing forever.
That's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Nigga literally self-defense that shit, bro. Nigga ran down on him with a blick. He popped the nigga first. But because he was on live previous to that, enticing niggas and shit, and just had a whole, just being known for being on live chasing niggas with guns, fried him.
We'll just have to wait and see how this plays out for D-Thang. Now I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be blunt. Like I said, bro has some fire music and hands down has the best off the radar freestyle out of any fucking body. I still feel like he holds that title. I haven't seen anything on Off the Radar that compares to when D-Thang went up there. You just felt it, you know what I mean? You could feel it. He's talking about getting out of the hood. Like, it's just everything about that freestyle was legendary. The music, mid-beef, was crazy. Yeah, but the fact that K-Flock wasn't in the streets and he got out and went back to making music, it just wasn't hitting the same, and the views are evidence of that, you know? I don't know, and I don't think anyone knows at this time, the full details as to what took place with the gun. We don't know if he got caught dead to rights with it. We don't know if it was in the car. We don't know if it was on the ground and there was 10 people and they snatched everybody and D-Thang was one of them. We don't know the details. That's gonna be major though. But I'll say this. If he gets federally indicted, he's doing time. And the average time for being a felon in possession of a firearm federally that they get sentenced to is about 4 to 5 years. Career killer. He just wrapped up whatever he did, like 3, you get hit with another 5 on top of that, career's done, the whole music scene done changed, all these new rappers are coming up. It's a career killer, you know? And it's like I said, yeah, it's cheaper to buy a gun. It's cheaper to get a gun from the streets. Fortunately,
yeah, now you about to be fucked up. You can't make no money from jail, my boy. That shit is, yeah, man. That's free D thing though. What's this? What we got? Let's see. Charleston White just ruined YSL Woody life, man. YSL Woody got traffic charges. Why is niggas doing that? What the hell? Looking for something for us to pop into it. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody want us to watch this Lil Woody shit, man. That Lil Woody shit is cap. Lil Woody is not facing life in jail or nothing. And he got traffic tickets, bro. He be alright. He got traffic tickets, man. Alright, the victims of Boosie. Let's tap in real quick.
From allegedly
shout out to Luesta.
having a rapper whacked just for playing with his name.
Everybody know who did it. They just need to stop. Y'all need to stop him.
To getting pressed over his comments about rappers who came out of the closet, the shocking truth of how he raises his kids, and even threatening to lay hands on his own blood.
When I see him, I'm gonna break his jaw, you know?
Boosie is the definition of a rapper who crosses the line constantly and will stand on everything he says, even if it kills him or threatens to sacrifice his freedom. Throughout the duration of his time in the spotlight, there have been plenty of instances where rappers, relatives, throughout the duration
Boosie had baddies with him
of his
Okay.
time in the spotlight, there have been plenty of instances where rappers, relatives, and media figures all found themselves caught in a messy beef with the Baton Rouge legend. It's your boy Luesta, and let's start with a rapper who is no longer here to tell his side of the story, as he was reportedly found dead just weeks after he got into it with Boosie. Among his former foes who've passed on is none other than Nussie, a once promising rapper from Louisiana.
Good night, Mary.
Who had a fearsome reputation as a real street sweeper behind him. Things got a little tense when Nussie started calling himself Nussie Badass, a name that for obvious reasons didn't sit right with Boosie. After all, it sounded way too close to Boosie Badass, one of the few names that he's held on to throughout his career. And if there's one thing Boosie don't play about, it's his name. Once Boosie made it clear he felt slighted, Nussie claimed it was all a misunderstanding over a marketing scheme.
And I did an hour-and-a-half interview, and I was telling people why I was doing it. I was letting them know that it's not a diss album. Listen to the album, I don't have not one song on that dissing nobody, you know. It was just for marketing anyway, because we always promote and try to figure out ways to market to get in the game, because I ain't want to take all these years to blow, you know, I get no recognition. So, make a long story short, I dropped the album and got a good response.
But whatever his intentions were, the plan backfired and things grew tense between the two. Reportedly, there were attempts to squash it, but it went left to the extent that he had to confront him in person.
Me and Lil Boosie hooked up, and we talked because they had a lot of street issues going on in the streets. Negative, with my name in it, mixed with his name, you know. So we talked, everything was cool. A couple weeks later, somebody yanked my sign down from the bottom line in the South. I got word that Boosie did it, and I was mad because we had just talked. I'm thinking we cool. So I did a song called A Dumb Way. I took a shot at him, I had said some negative stuff about him.
I see your mad ass with the fat knots. You better stop before I take what you fucking got.
From there, the streets ran with it, fueled by gossip and speculation. And with that, the next confrontation.
That was trash. Like, you basically just called him rich. You said, with your fat knots. Look.
On a dumb way, I took a shot at him, I had said some negative stuff about him.
I see your mad ass with the fat knots.
With the fat knots. So you basically saying I'm rich.
You better stop before I take what you fucking got.
From there, the streets ran with it, fueled by gossip and speculation. And with that, the next confrontation was only a matter of time.
I got a call that he was finna get off the airplane at the airport in Baton Rouge. So I hurry up and got over there because I wanted to catch him because I knew he was gonna be by himself. He always with somebody, and it's hard to really catch him like that, you know. So I caught him by himself. It just was me and him one-on-one, you know, and I wanted to really see how he really felt about the situation because rumors will get you killed down here in Baton Rouge, you know. And it's like, if I want to do somebody something, I gotta
gotta have a legitimate reason to do it. I felt like I didn't have a legitimate reason to really want to do him nothing, you know. He hurt my feelings when I heard he yanked my sign down, you know. Anyway, he said he didn't do it. You know, he didn't yank my sign down. I'm like, well, see that? All this come from something small like that, but it could have escalated to something big, you know, because I'm from the streets, he from the streets, and that's how that go.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any more personal, it did. Not long after, the streets started whispering that Nussy might have been behind the killing of one of the only people Boosie ever truly trusted, Lil Ivy. Real name Ivy Smith, he wasn't just Boosie's friend, he was the founder of TBG, the Top Boy Gorillas, a Baton Rouge crew that operated as both a music collective and a street force. TBG had been deep in a violent feud with rival cliques like BBG and NBA, Never Broke Again, the same crew connected.
Yeah, Youngboy was in TBG before he left.
To Youngboy. So when Ivy was murdered in 2005, it broke Boosie in a way that the public didn't see at first. But over time, the pain started pouring out in interviews, in his songs, and on social media. And in the eyes of Boosie and many in his circle, the man who pulled the trigger was none other than Nussy. And it didn't really help his case when he made a song called I Know You Miss Your Dog, where he didn't exactly seem to be denying it.
They say I killed Lil Ivy, they say I killed little guys. They say them boys off 31st got mob ties. I can make y'all think what I want. Right now I got a dead body in my fucking trunk. Did I do it? Did I really kill him? Do that dude Nussy really bust them pistols?
Soon,
he ain't kill him if he out here saying, did I kill Lil Ivy? Like, ain't no way you say in your lyrics, they say I killed Lil Ivy. Like, ain't no way you would say that if you actually killed the man, right?
And it didn't really help his case when he made a song called I Know You Miss Your Dog, where he didn't exactly seem to be denying it.
They say I killed Lil Ivy, they say I killed little guys. They say them boys off 31st got mob ties. I can make y'all think what I want. Right now I got a dead body in my fucking trunk. Did I do it? Did I really kill him? Do that dude Nussy really bust them pistols?
Soon, Nussy was gunned down in February of 2009, with Boosie initially being named the primary suspect by the FBI, following information that he had issued a $30,000 hit. Despite this, he was never formally charged with the murder, but a hitman that was linked to him by the name of Michael Marlo Mike Louding was eventually convicted. And rest assured, that won't be the last time you hear his name in this video. As he's the one that still inhabits the earth, it's clear that Boosie won the feud, but that hasn't stopped him from taking shots on his fallen adversary, releasing a track in 2017 entitled Get Your Mind Right, where he could be heard spitting,
You remind me of a pussy named Nussy.
Always a little shot titled Get Your Mind Right, where he could be heard spitting,
You remind me of a pussy named Nussy. See, Boosie diss was way better.
Always a little shocking when your own friends even think that you might have gone a little far. And judging by that reaction, they knew he was playing with fire. Despite all of this, Boosie had made it clear time and time again that he doesn't believe in universal respect for the dead, even if there are consequences for that.
My partner was like, man, nah, don't fuck with that. I was like, fuck that nigga, man. I just did it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I was like, me and dude had problems back then, rest in peace right now, but me and dudes had problems back then, and that's how I feel, I don't feel no type of sympathy for people. If I felt fuck you while you was living, it's fuck you while you dead. That's how the song came. I wasn't trying to strike up nothing.
Well, when you said something interesting, you said that when your boy got killed, that's the same rapper who made songs about your boy.
Yeah, and I didn't do all that, man. This the same dude said on the song, they say I killed Ivy. They say I did that. Why didn't everybody go crazy then? It wasn't a big thing then, but when Boosie do it, it's a whole different thing. But like I said what I said, and that's it. It's a great song. We get the club lit.
You can tell Boosie wants to say so much more, but he's holding back. Boosie knows he got to answer one day for the dirt that he did. And this wasn't even an isolated incident, with other clips emerging where he seemed to hint at knowledge of what went down.
Boosie them did it like it was on the news. Everybody know who did it. All already. Nigga po big gangsters, all they people on the news. Everybody know who did it. They just need to stop. Y'all need to stop him. You know what the fuck you gonna do, man? Everybody know. Y'all know who did it. Oh, man, my people ain't, man.
Yo, Boosie is sick, gang.
Cut my people in they shit. Y'all, everybody know. They just need to stop.
This led some to feel like he was stepping over the line a bit. He's been tripping lately, too much talking for real. Nonetheless, with all the chatter surrounding the case, it's no surprise that other major players in Louisiana started feeling a type of way. For a long time, Boosie and the fellow Baton Rouge rapper Kevin Gates kept things cool on the surface, but behind the scenes, their relationship was anything but solid, especially with all the speculation and courtroom testimony floating around that claimed Boosie had put a $30K hit on Nussy, who was a known affiliate of Gates. But when the pair were both present at an unofficial Kentucky Derby after party in 2016, violence erupted between the artists' entourages. And while the beef has since been squashed, even Kevin Gates' attempts to downplay any feud felt as though it could pop off again at any moment.
Boosie said that you and him have squashed everything.
That's crazy. Like, I've never had a situation with him. Man, I'm super polite in public. I don't have no problems. Not like now, if you just won't.
Nah, I fuck with Gates, man. I fuck with his music. I've been rocking with Gates' music since the beginning, bro. When niggas was playing him on the iTouch, early mixtapes and all that, before he was mainstream. I fuck with Gates. I know a lot of people don't mess with him because of his antics, but his music is hard.
That from me and you throw that alley, I'ma slam right there. In front of my child, whatever, I'm going to do a life sentence. I mean that. I'ma slam right there. And he know that. That's why I cherish and cling to him and try to avoid being in those situations. I don't want that for my life. I want to be peaceful.
Whether Kevin's warning played a role or not, Boosie has since ceased to mention Nussy's name or that of other dead ops in a quest to avoid causing further friction down the line.
I ain't got time to dish no dead, bro, because I don't want no ops. I like living with no ops. That's how you live longer. I ain't ducking no smoke, but I don't want no ops. You dissing the dead, you just bringing yourself out. You making more people want to kill. But you gotta understand, most time the dissing ops be retaliation. You know what I mean? But once it's turned retaliation, it turns to a trend. They can't wait to kill this person to do what they did to them on social media.
However, that has by no means led Boosie to calm down on going after people for other reasons. A man who has spent a lot of time behind bars over the years, Boosie believes in remaining 10 toes down above all else. And as such, he's got zero tolerance for snitches. This has led him to vocalize his disgust for any number of alleged informants within the hip-hop world, including individuals like Gunna.
They wanted him to go, they wanted him to cop out first. They would want Gunna to say something for anybody. Because when you look at the case and it's like a team, Thugger is Michael Jordan. Who the fuck is Scottie Pippen when you talk about the team? Gunna.
Well, Young Thug is Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and who the fuck is Scottie Pippen?
Gunna. Right.
So if Scottie Pippen say it's a game, what the fuck Michael Jordan say it's not? What the fuck?
And while there are technicalities in place regarding the Alford plea, which has meant that he technically isn't a rap by definition, Boosie still doubles down.
Hey man, I'm still rocking with Gunna, man. Gunna music fire. Gunna music be slapping. I ain't gonna lie. I be playing that gun in the whip.
He wouldn't work with him for any price tag, and sinisterly suggested he'd do something else for a certain ransom.
Boosie, so we gotta ask you, if somebody gave you $1 billion, no tax, would you do a song with Gunna? $1 billion.
No tax?
Yep.
I don't want to talk about it, Rat. I don't want to incriminate myself what I would do with $1 billion.
Okay.
I don't want to incriminate myself.
One more question.
What I would do to a rat if they gave me a rat to do business with $1 billion.
Among the others who felt his wrath is Terrence Gangsta Williams, the half-brother of Birdman and former Cash Money Records affiliate, who is alleged to have helped police in his hometown of New Orleans solve 40 homicides in an attempt to reduce his life sentence. And when Boosie caught wind of it, he went in.
I had a real respect for Gangsta and the stories I heard about him, but that shit leave with me. I have no type of respect for him, and once you go that route, I dismiss you from my legend book and X you out.
Well, let's just say the story is true. So like I said, I haven't seen the actual paperwork and
You haven't seen the paperwork? He could be telling you that just to be telling you that on fucking camera. Right. He about to set up 100 motherfuckers. That's how that shit go, man. You stay solid, nigga. Some of us gonna make it, some of us ain't. That's just how it gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You can take that gangster shit off your name, man. Real shit, man. That shit hurt me when I heard about that shit. Cause you know how all them niggas in that city stand up for gangsta and Angola, man. Niggas talk highly of this man.
As for Williams, he didn't exactly deny it, but simply wanted the world to move on.
Ever since I've been going to jail under 1976. If you look my arrest record of all the murders I've had, you're gonna see where my date of birth was 76. I guess, by him being upset me saying he been in PC, oh, you're right, you were white, so all right, okay, I take that. I already got the red jacket for telling all my dead homies, so I'm not tripping, I don't buy friendship too expensive. That's a serious accusation that he put on me, but I don't want to just straight fight it, because once I fight it, then it's over with. They gonna have nothing else to talk about.
But sometimes Boosie's hardline stance ends up putting him at odds with people he actually got love for. And in one case, it even blew up a project that fans had been waiting on for years. Even though they came up in different hoods, Boosie in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and T.I. in Bankhead, Atlanta, Georgia, the two always moved with similar energy. And over the years, they've linked up more times than you can count. Of the belief that Tip is one of the few real ones left, they even hatched plans to record a collab project and began to work on it behind the scenes in the studio. But that all fell apart when T.I. did a podcast and casually admitted that he once pinned a gun case on his dead cousin just to avoid jail time. To preface this, it's important to note that back in the early 2000s, T.I. and his cousin Toot got caught with a gun near Lenox Mall. But before the case could go anywhere, Toot was murdered. So with his lawyer's advice and what Tip claimed was Toot's blessing from the grave, he told the cops the gun was Toot's.
We caught no gun case, Toot died. My lawyer said, well, you know, I could make everything go away if it was Tremel's. And I had a talk with Toot.
Posthumously?
Yeah. After he had passed, I had a talk with him.
What'd Toot say?
Say, I take all the charges you got. If you could walk away free and put it on me, goddamn right.
Bro, it only makes sense. Why would I, bro? It only makes sense, nigga. Like, what the fuck? I don't listen. I'm gonna be honest. It only makes sense, nigga. Me and my homies said shit like that to each other. Nigga, God forbid some shit like that was to happen, nigga. I want you to say I had it, nigga. Want you to put it on me, nigga. Why the fuck I want you to go to jail, nigga? I'm dead. I can't go to jail from the grave, nigga.
I insisted this was the only time he ever.
Obviously, God forbid, God willing, we live 100 years.
Cooperated.
That's the only time.
And never go to jail.
I done never said or gave no information about nobody, because that's my cousin, my big cousin. He was dead and he told me that it was okay.
But whether it was meant as a joke or not, the streets didn't find it funny, and neither did Boosie, where he let it be known that if Tip was serious, it'd put a real stain on their bond.
With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating, that means you're a rat.
From there, Boosie said the whole collab got scrapped for this reason, claiming that people—
How can you be a rat if you ain't put nobody in jail?
People from all over were hitting him up, telling him that the album couldn't drop under any circumstances.
I'm like, why the fuck he say that when we got a fucking album finna come out?
Okay, so is that album coming out?
No.
Oh, so you have a finished album with T.I. that's not coming out?
No, because it ruined everything.
Because of that?
It ruined everything. I woke up with my motherfucking phone, everything full. Like, Boosie, you cannot do an album. My real fans like, Boosie, you the last one left. They like, you cannot put this album out. Like, you know, my uncle OG nigga call me. Like, Boosie? Like, nigga, hey, nigga, what you gonna, hey, look, nigga, that album ain't, my uncle called me, nigga, that album ain't coming up.
But with Tip every bit as emotional and highly strung as Boosie, it's no surprise that he wouldn't just accept that. And soon, he clapped back on Instagram, putting the Baton Rouge MC on blast for coming at him publicly without consulting him first. All the while, he insisted he had all the necessary documentation to prove he wasn't a snitch. And to Boosie's credit, he seemed to realize he might have jumped the gun. Later on Vlad TV, he admitted that they squashed the issue for the sake of business and more importantly for their kids.
We got kids who love each other though.
Yeah, you like that? You like that Bible pendant, Brody?
You know, and first you went agreeing and we was going back and forth, and you know, he spoke how he felt, I spoke how I felt, and he felt me and I felt him, and you know, I gave him an apology. You know, I gave him an apology, you know, because the things he was doing for me in my life at the time, I kind of felt bad. He was doing some real shit, helping me in a lot of ways, but I still told him I stand on what I stand on, and when he explained it to me, we got by it, man.
As for Tip, he has hinted that the record is still forthcoming.
When is your album gonna come out with Boosie?
That him right there. I mean, shit, time will tell, man. We both got busy schedules.
Well, the cousin dead. It's not like they could have arrested him. So if it was true or false, right? Exactly, Shaw. That's what I'm saying. Nobody went to jail. Like, my cousin would want me to be free.
We got to figure it out.
But judging by his tone, it's hard to say whether that's the truth or if there are too many hurt feelings at this point. But even if music from the two doesn't emerge, they are now at least a united force in trying to prevent their nepo baby children from wreaking havoc and ruining their lives by cosplaying as gangsters.
What is it about the guns, man?
It's not illegal to have guns.
Well, in the manner in which you portraying in the lifestyle, the shit don't look legitimate, sir.
But this is far from the only rapper and former ally that Boosie has caused disharmony with by claiming that they were a rat. And one person who knows this more than anyone is Rollo. When you hear the name Rollo, you probably think of a trap legend who made it big. Born Terrell Davis, he went from running the streets of Atlanta to buying up houses and feeding his people.
I actually live in that community. I started buying more houses in the community, you know.
Okay, so do you own your whole block?
Yeah, exactly. I own 5 houses and I own 26 apartment units.
Wow.
But it all came crashing down in 2018 when Rollo and his crew were caught landing at DCOP Peachtree Airport with $840,000 worth of weed in duffel bags. After being arrested, the feds claimed that Rollo was the leader of a criminal street gang, and it turns out that people from his own crew were feeding them information.
Everywhere I go, you know how they was kept coming and finding me wherever I was pulling up at. It was the niggas that was with me that was telling them where I was at.
While serving his 8-year sentence, Rollo swore he'd never fold, even after 4 years away from his daughter and family. But in 2023, that image started falling apart when former Fam Goon member and rapper in his own right, John Doe, came forward accusing Rollo of cooperating with the feds. He dropped alleged paperwork and leaked a recorded call that sounded a lot like Rollo, admitting he gave information to lighten his time. That was all Boosie needed to hear. He called Rollo out publicly, saying that he knew the truth, and that the truth was that Rollo
was another partner.
Even though he was imprisoned at the time, Rollo clearly got wind of his remarks and came out swinging on Twitter where he stated, "These dudes are acting like some salon talking ass bitches, gossiping grandma, drunk auntie, bitch group chat ass. I hate y'all." In another tweet, Rollo made it clear that the situation really got to him and even said he was ready to fight Boosie, tweeting, "And I know how to fight, I will beat your pussy ass. On God." But Boosie stood strong on his beliefs. "I know what you did and it's eating you up inside. It's never gonna leave you. The real, know you a rat. It's official." When he was finally released, he came out swinging once again, letting Boosie know in interviews exactly why that kind of accusation couldn't and wouldn't be tolerated.
But why poke at Boosie though, man? Why say something like that?
Because he was fucking with me while I was in jail, and I don't forget that shit. Niggas that been in jail, right? Bitches will get on the phone and they'll hang up the phone in your face. Hoes cheating on you out here. Hoes be motherfucking spending your
nice little May Beezy
money, stealing from you, trying you, doing all this lame ass shit. And some of these bitch ass niggas, they be running out with your money. And we don't forget that shit. You smell me? And I just didn't forget none of this shit Boosie did to me while I was in jail. He was clowning me while I was down. So I just said, okay, I'ma clown that pussy ass when I get out. That's what I'm gonna do. If the nigga don't sit down and have a conversation, cause I came to him kindly.
And from there, direct shots ensued, like when he basically suggested that Boosie didn't have the CEO status that a middle-aged rapper should have by now.
I'm focused on signing artists and being a CEO of a label. I'm gonna get old one day. I ain't trying to be on stage like Boosie rapping when he's 40, 50 years old. I ain't trying to be doing that. I want to pull up like Birdman with my artists up. Pull up like QCP with my artists up.
But ultimately, the audience had Boosie's back from the outset, claiming that he was far more influential. We gon' support him even at 50. Name one Rollo song that's still gonna get played 10 years from now. I'm waiting. As for Boosie himself, he didn't hesitate to let Rollo know exactly.
I really don't know no Rollo music. I respect Rollo. I rock with Rollo as a person, not his music.
Where he stood, taking aim at his lack of ability in his process while flexing the kind of bags he commands. "I have not spoke on you in years. You still hurt by what you did. I'm still making $150K a weekend and selling out shows. You don't have a rap career and never will have one. One thing you can't do is make music. God did not give you that talent." But this wasn't the kind of olive branch that Rollo was looking for that might enable this beef to simmer. So instead, he claimed that he didn't buy the numbers that Boosie was claiming to be commanding.
Like I said, he's making $150 a weekend.
Hold up, back to that. Let's get back to that 150. Boosie ain't making no motherfucking $50,000 no week. Crazy, man. You heard what you said. 150.
It's believable. I can see him doing a show Friday, Saturday, Sunday, some after parties. I can see that.
Ain't nobody getting booked Friday, Saturday, Sunday for a whole 20, 30 years. Nobody.
I think Boosie's a legend. I think in places like South Carolina,
think he's a grand
Mississippi.
legend.
Nigga said he snitched for sure. 1,000 units, people get life for less.
Listen, let me tell you something. Do you know how much? I just got booked at the same motherfucking places Boosie got booked at. And guess what? That motherfucker was this small. They can't afford to pay him that much money and generate that type of revenue at that dough, crazy, man.
After things calmed down for a little while, the heat between the two renewed amid Young Dolph's passing, when Boosie shared a video alongside CMG's Yo Gotti. With rumors swirling that Gotti's brother had ties to Dolph's murder, Rollo took it as a sign of disrespect and sent a few shots Boosie's way, even if he later claimed it wasn't that deep. For a while, it felt like this beef had turned into a cold war, one that could have put either of them in danger if they stepped foot in each other's city. But in a testament to each individual's increasing maturity, they managed to meet up and formally squashed it.
Me and Rollo just had to sit down.
Oh, you guys sat down?
Yeah.
In person?
Yeah.
Okay. Were there a lot of people there or just the two of you?
Nah, his niggas and my niggas.
How did it go?
It went cool. I mean, it went cool.
So no beef anymore?
Nah.
Although he's a star who's been established in the game for many years by now, it's clear that sticking to the code is something.
In person?
Yeah.
Okay. Were there a lot of people there or just the two of you?
Nah, his niggas and my niggas.
How did it go?
It went cool. I mean,
Webby. I knew I seen that nigga Webby, man. My nigga Webby, bro. Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne. Charlemagne. I gotta pull up that Charlemagne. Webby could not say that shit.
It went cool.
So no beef anymore?
Nah.
Although he's a star who's been established in the game for many years by now, it's clear that sticking to the code is something that's integral to Boosie's understanding of the world. And while outing rappers as apparent snitches is one way in which this can manifest, there are other people who get damaged by his unwillingness to—
Hold on, look at this real quick. Hold on. Shout out to Vlad, the GOAT. He got this shit.
Breakfast Club, man. I'm gonna do some drops for the Breakfast Club, man. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlemagne the God. You already know what it is. Thank you.
DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlemagne the God. Let me read that part. God damn, girl. Y'all got some names on that now. What up, you already know who it is. It's me, Webby the Tree fam, Young Savage, Sweet John Jr. Doing what I do, and I'm doing it with my girl, DJ Envy, Angela Yee. Damn. Hold up. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlemagne.
Hey, Charlemagne.
to bend or alter his course at all. Not least of all, his cousin
Charmaine said Rollo bogus. He the same one who was filming at the cemetery after Rich Homie Quan funeral. What the hell? That's weird. Rollo doesn't have the same career as Boosie, so he definitely wouldn't get the same money for a show. Facts.
and Fredo Bang. As two rappers hailing from Louisiana, Boosie and Fredo Bang have enough reason to link up. However, when you consider that they are actually cousins on their maternal side, it seems like a foregone conclusion that they'd eventually team up. But that hasn't been the case. And in actual fact, Boosie has gone out of his way to swerve his little cousin.
I think he just gave me a wrong number.
You think?
I think so. I ain't gonna, don't stamp me on it, but I think he gave me a wrong number. The one I take be popping up green and everything. Kind of hurt my feelings.
We'll check. We'll check.
As strange as it sounds, Fredo once explained that he never got the usual cosign from Boosie, something that he chalked up to old issues tied to their shared hometown.
Like first cousin, second cousin, family reunions.
Real cousin. Yeah.
But y'all never really had a conversation like that?
We had one after everybody found out we were cousins. I seen him in Atlanta at the airport.
And how did that go?
What was that conversation like? Nothing. I mean, he said he had some things to tell me that I didn't know, and we talked, and I got his number. They said we're gonna do some music, but he ain't never picked the phone up, so.
This would make Fredo a victim of Boosie, or more specifically, his hard-headedness, which meant that he can't get what should have come his way in terms of a little family shine. And while he didn't exactly spell it out, Boosie made it clear that there was something from back in the day that kept him from ever showing Fredo any real love.
You and Fredo are related, and he said he ran into you, I think, in the airport or something. Yeah. You guys ever link up and maybe do a record? I know that there might be some politics behind that. There might.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of shit that that we can't talk about over.
Right.
You know that I stand on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing he done did. It's just people. Some people affiliated with him. So it ain't nothing. It's just I just stay away from a lot of shit, bro.
And while Boosie never hesitates to call out anyone who breaks the street code he lives by, it's not just people in that world who end up in his crosshairs.
That nigga say you my cousin, but fuck you, cause niggas you be with.
In fact, anyone whose values don't line up with his can get it, including the LGBTQ community. And if he has a sworn nemesis in that world, it's none other than Lil Nas X. While everyone originally had all the time in the world for Lil Nas X and his output after Old Town Road, Boosie was vocal from the jump, making comments about him even when he first came out of the closet.
He said, well, now you know what he was riding on the Old Town Road.
Yeah, people get mad because shit I say, but I'ma say what the fuck I wanna say. I wasn't picking on him or nothing like that. I was kinda like joking, but it was the truth. Like he wasn't talking about fucking a girl on the Old Town Road. What the fuck was he talking about?
Well, he said he cheated on his baby.
What so bad did I say?
Then, as Nas X ramped up the performative elements of—
Oh my, we don't need to see this shit.
deleting a post about how he would drag his ass off stage and beat his ass if he saw Lil Nas X perform naked at an awards show. He was asked to clarify these comments on The Breakfast Club, which prompted a debate with Charlemagne, where he portrayed himself as the voice of the straights.
And I saw Lil Nas X responded to that. You think that's too far?
Nah, because I just be feeling like sometimes I gotta speak up, because as far as straight people in the world, you don't have an opinion on homosexuality. Everything is harm. If you say anything, I'm straight, I like women, it's vulgar to.
I don't know that that's vulgar.
Ain't true. Yes.
No, but I just
You can't brag on
I just
really
I think
smashing
that ain't
on
true.
your sexuality
I don't
no
think
more. It's
anybody has
ran
a
by. It's ran by.
Boosie rappers been talking about fucking women forever in videos and they songs. That ain't changed.
I know it's a different day now. You can't just like debate, like bro, like you know, like how many times you been on set? All y'all DJs, and you heard somebody say, "If you ain't got AIDS, make noise," in the whole club.
Oh no, you're right. That's true. That's true. But it's a different time.
No, it's a different time, and because he's one of the biggest, you know. So they try to make examples out of people, you know. So the next person who blow like this, you gonna go with this. And I feel, you know, they're attacking our children.
And from there, Lil Nas X refused to back down, throwing as many jabs Boosie's way as he could. I'm starting to think you gay too, cause y'all stay on my dick. He continued, going as far as claiming that they had a song on the way.
So I've been working on this song with Lil Boosie, bro. I had this song with Lil Boosie for him to come out. I ain't even lie for it.
And eventually, Boosie snapped, launching into a crazy rant, which had the whole world labeling him a foe. This got Boosie a lot of backlash, and at one point, he even got pressed by Lil Nas X's uncle, and he didn't hold back.
I know you. You the rapper Lil Boosie be talking about me and my friends and my nieces. My niece, Lil Nas X, that's my niece. And bitch, I'll you up. Talk shit now. Talk shit now. Whatever the fuck you is, you better get the fuck out of punk, bitch. I ain't no steroid punk, bitch. Fuck you, that ball ass hell line. Come on. That line costs $8, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
In the aftermath, fans felt that the reaction to his manhood.
Bitch, fuck you, that ball ass hell line. That line costs $8, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
In the aftermath.
Nah. Hit him with the F word on the way out, Boosie.
Fans felt that the reaction to his manhood being even moderately called into question was suspicious. Lil Nas must have turned him down behind the scenes. It's never that serious. And as time progressed, Boosie seemed to be aware that Lil Nas's gimmick was intended to get under people's skin. But it still wouldn't stop him from following his instincts and taking the bait with every single stunt that passed.
You know, they're accepting it because, like, you taking girls' Instagram for showing they nipple or printing they nipple. But you can let a man be pregnant? You can let a man be pregnant and it's cool? With all these young boys watching, you can let a man be pregnant on social media? But a woman can't show her nipples or her pussy print? Y'all better wake up, bro.
Until finally, he reached a resolution.
Yo, Boosie went from... But a girl can't show it from this and let a man do this and the kids watching. Then he went to, but a woman can't show her pussy print? Nigga, Boosie, dumb funny.
That he would try to see.
They call that hate speech here. You would get a charge or a large fine. Where in Canada?
He's entertaining it. Even then, he was disappointed in fellow Baton Rouge rapper NBA Youngboy for rocking with him on a track.
Were you surprised that Lil Nas X did a song with NBA Youngboy? Yeah? Why did it surprise you?
I thought Youngboy was something like me, you know, like we represent a certain amount, we represent a certain group of people. You know, that's why I always try to stay 100, but what he did, I thought he was built like me in a certain lot of ways. You know, I don't want to talk about it on camera, how I feel about it, but if I ever see him, I'll tell him how I feel.
That moment had a lot of newer hip-hop fans labeling Boosie as a poster boy for intolerance. But it wasn't the only reason that they felt that way. When Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union's then 12-year-old daughter Zaya spoke publicly about transitioning into another gender, Boosie made it clear that he wasn't gonna stay quiet about the conversation.
Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. Don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off. Like, don't address him as a woman, dog. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decisions yet. Don't cut his fucking dick off, Dwayne Wade, bro.
And to say that the rant got a mixed reaction.
Yo, Boosie's crazy.
Would be an understatement.
I don't disagree, but it's crazy. Like, don't say it like that.
Some, it was simply one of the most hilarious Boosie outbursts of all time. To others, he was right in calling out something which many believed to be a step too far. But Boosie stood his ground, even declining a proposed call from Jay-Z that was intended to squash the beef between them when the backlash from it led to a loss of earnings for him.
The guy who I own my reality show with, he know Jay. When we start losing advertisers, he like, man, I'ma call Jay. Jay can put you on the line with Dwayne Wade and y'all do some shit and we clear this shit up and go get the bag. And I was just like, no, bro. I stand what I stand on. You know, I don't feel I said nothing wrong to apologize for.
He even refused to flinch when he got pressed by Mike Tyson over his views.
Why do you say things about person that might be a homosexual? Why do you say that about them? Do you feel the possibility that you're a homosexual and you by disrespect them, you further yourself from being a homosexual or thinking you may like homosexuals?
Nah, I'm straight as an arrow. I'm just saying, you know.
If you're straight, why do you
I really commented on the Dwayne Wade situation because I got offended because it's a child. That's why I really said if it was a motherfucking 19-year-old, 18-year-old grown person, I probably wouldn't. I know I wouldn't have said nothing.
Over time, Dwayne Wade responded to the whole thing, but rather than lash out at Boosie, the NBA Hall of Famer led with love. So Boosie, all of the people who got something to say about my kids, I thank you, because you're allowing the conversation to keep going forward. Because you know what, you might not have the answer today, and I don't have all the answers, but we're growing from all of these conversations. Still, Boosie is one who will never back down, nor take any other opinion on board when he feels he's in the right.
Nah, you know that nigga Boosie is super famous when the niggas is responded. So Boosie. Nigga, Dwayne Wade told Boosie.
Right, I mean,
Hall of Famer.
just ask his own.
Dwayne Wade is a Hall of Famer, nigga. Super millionaire.
Kids. A father of 8 children to 6 different women, to say that Boosie is an unconventional parent would be an understatement. And one of the moments that really exposed just how far Boosie takes it came when he discussed the ways in which he apparently prepares the young men in his orbit for the world. In a clip that's way too touchy for YouTube's guidelines, Boosie openly bragged about preparing his sons, some of which who are 21 backwards, by having grown women perform acts on them. Immediately, this rang alarm bells, especially in the wake of calling Dwayne Wade's parenting into question. As if that wasn't enough to shock people, there was another incident where his homophobic nature caused a stir. This time, it took place when he was fearful of infection for his other kids by his lesbian daughter.
So your daughter came out and told you she was gay. It was nothing. I mean, she still can't bring her situation to our house. My daughter's grown. Well, why is she grown? Because I don't want it to contaminate her other. I don't want her to get contaminated to her other sis.
He said contaminate. Bro, this nigga Boosie has no filter.
Who look up to her. I want them to bring me grandchildren the right way. I just hope the one under me, when they take this throne, they don't let it. Because that's not what our family believes.
Considering that parents are supposed to have unconditional love for their kids, the fact that he had come at her like this was a shock to everyone, including her. And in a highly emotional confession, she responded to the claims.
I did everything in my power to understand that this is my father, regardless. Like, I'm gonna accept him and love him for who he is. So, I just seen he recently did an interview with Carisha, and he used the word contaminating. And putting my siblings in it with that. If you know me, this shit make me so mad. If you know me, I love and respect my siblings with everything in me.
As she signed off, she suggested that she gave her father more grace than he deserved.
And they respect me and love me with everything in them. When you getting on their nerves, I'm who they call. You found out I was gay a year before that. The incident happened in Jamaica when I was a gay B-word. When you called me a gay B-word. So if the world really knew all the things and the hurtful things you told me before, and I forgave you, you wouldn't even understand. And no matter how you feel, at the end of the day, nigga, I'm your blood. I am your daughter.
And a lot of people who set eyes on the footage felt exactly the same way. You can hear the pain in her voice, man. I feel so bad for her. This is...
Bro, I don't care. I literally don't care. Like, I let people do what they do. It don't bother me, man. Whatever you do, don't bother me. Like, who you stick your piece in don't have nothing to do with me. We can still be cool. Probably wouldn't be my best friend because we can't relate on certain stuff, but I ain't got no hate towards you.
This is so sad. She sounds tired. Like, bro is really dragging it. More often than not, it is Boosie who could be defined as the aggressor in these situations. After all, The brash ways means that the moment someone tips into disrespect, he can fly off the handle. But there are rare instances where he's not the one who's escalated issues, but ended them with his venomous words all the same. This happened recently when Ye decided to step into the arena with him. Despite the fact that they never crossed paths, it's fair to say that they would possibly get along. After all, both of them are as hard-headed as you can get without running your own country. But recently, Boosie found himself weathering an unprovoked shot from Mr. West. After Boosie discussed his behavior with his cousin, he responded, claiming that he felt sorry for what he had endured, and that it has since meant that his mind is fucked up. And while he isn't often
this man was sucking as a child,
known for his compassion,
his mind is
Boosie's
fucked up.
comments did seem to have a tone of genuine concern, but Ye didn't see it that way, and he went on the offensive, aiming directly at his new rival's pocket.
You said I think Boosie told two in some way or another. Nah, he didn't. He just beat his charge, bro.
I know that nigga smell poor. I never met him. That nigga smell poor. You know, that
nigga said Boosie smelled poor.
Known for his compassion, Boosie's comments did seem to have a tone of genuine concern, but Ye didn't see it that way, and he went on the offensive, aiming directly at his new rival's pockets.
I know that nigga smell poor. I never met him. That nigga smell poor. You know, that nigga is poor. What the fuck I'm talking about smell? But he there, that's what he there to do. They took a piece of shit and made him talk shit. He talking himself. He a piece of shit.
After Ye spurned his efforts to reach out, Boosie didn't hold back. Yeah, you better chill. I smell? Never. You smell like ham and cheese Hot Pockets when it came out the microwave. What you need to do is watch what you tweet, bro. You have people who look up to you and value your work. You just motivated your son to put a dick in his mouth. You're making your son suspicious of what dick tastes like. And from there, Boosie further let it be known that he wasn't with what Ye was saying, urging him to step down before there was a problem.
He said you making your son curious of what dick tastes like. That's crazy.
Your son to put a dick in his mouth. You're making your son suspicious of what dick tastes like. And from there, Boosie further let it be known that he wasn't with what Ye was saying, urging him to step down before there was a problem for him.
He said what he said, I said what I said.
Right,
he said it looked like I smell. Now I basically said he need to stop tweeting because, you know, your sons, you got people, you know, who look up to you and love you and read your tweets, you know. So if you saying you've been sucking from 6 to 14, I mean, you motivating your kid to put a dick in his mouth, you know. So if daddy say that, you know, it's not that bad to, you know, it must not be that bad to put a dick in my mouth, you know.
And when you're on the wrong side of Boosie, this is probably something you should heed, because among all these victims, let's not forget that there's a literal murder charge that he beat. This came in the form of the death of Terry Boyd, a rival who was allegedly taken out in a $2,800 murder for hire order by Boosie and executed by his henchman, Michael Marlowe Mike Louding. From the outset, Boosie was a prime suspect, with the killing allegedly a byproduct of a dispute over turf. And unfortunately for Boosie, his alleged co-conspirator wasn't about to make it easy for him. For starters, there was a tattoo that Louding allegedly received 2 weeks after the murder, a depiction of an AK-47 accompanied by the phrase, "Yo Boosie, who's next?" Suddenly, lyrics from tracks like 187 were enlisted as evidence, as well as—
Bro, getting this tattooed on your stomach, you tattooed a whole nother nigga name on your stomach, Yo Boosie, who next? Literally, like, bro, like, that's weird. You tattooed another nigga name on your stomach, regardless of what you would. Yo Boosie, who next?
Boosie, who's next? Suddenly, lyrics from tracks like 187 were enlisted as evidence, as well as slang terms like murk and cake. A case coupled with drug charges, it was a move that cemented him as solid to many, many fans. Boosie faced death and refused to turn informant.
When I went in there, I was just like, you know, I want my lawyer. You know, they would tell we got you on 8 murders and all this shit. You know, I want my lawyer, period. They came at me with some shit one time about mailing tea. You know, I told them suck my dick. You know, I knew they ain't had shit on me, but you know, I'm staying silent. I wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna go to that motherfucker. I was gonna go to that motherfucking death row chair, a motherfucking hero. That's why I was gonna go to that motherfucking hero to all the real niggas in the world. I was gonna go down that bitch a hero. I was gonna be on every project while in the motherfucking world, cause I stayed silent. Yeah, I don't know nothing. Yeah, if y'all know all that, what the fuck you need to talk to me for? I don't know nothing.
Boosie too real for this era. On death row and didn't snitch on nobody. One of the realest OGs ever. Legit, this man's a legend. Against all odds, Boosie actually turned down a plea deal and beat the case.
Oh, they offered you a plea deal?
Yeah.
What they offer you?
Principal.
Offer you what?
Principal.
What's that?
Principal of the first degree murder.
What does that mean?
Principal mean like you had something to do with it.
Okay. And what was the time that they were offering?
I think it was like 15, but they were running concurrent, so I had like 5 left.
You didn't take it though?
Mm-mm.
Okay. How was How hard was that decision? Because
It
5
wasn't
years.
hard at all. My lawyer already told me they was beat.
And while he was sentenced to 8 years on the drug charges, it wasn't all bad, as ultimately, he realized what was important in the aftermath. Boosie is still as unhinged as ever, but one thing's clear, he's a much better friend than an enemy. Whether he's calling you out for your lifestyle or labeling you a rat, he'll stand 10 toes down no matter the fallout. In a world where most fold under pressure, Boosie would rather go out swinging. It's your boy Luesta, and this was The Victims of Boosie. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Facts, gotta like the video. It was fire. Shout out to Luesta, man. Shout out to Luesta. What's this? Casanet speaking on the beef. All right, let's see what Casanet got to say.
All right.
Let's see what Casanet got to say about the Reggie and DDG beef.
I ain't gonna lie, chat. On the shit that's going on right now with Daryl and Reggie, one, I just wanted to like not even get involved because one, is not even none of my business, and two, like this summer for July at least, it's about AMP. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. So I could have cared less what was going on. I'm not gonna lie, though. That's two. I fuck with Reggie. I fuck with Reggie. I know I fuck with Daryl. Okay, they having a feud right now. So as a gonna stay neutral, I'm staying out of it. You feel what I'm saying? Daryl did text me and say, like, when the shit first started, he had said like, tell Reggie to chill. You feel me? I literally went to Reggie and we spoke about the shit. We did, bro. But at the end of the day, that a grown ass man, he just decided to do what he want to do. If Daryl feels a way about Reggie, and Reggie feels a way about Daryl, bro. And I'm not going to tell them how to feel a way about each other. Do I think the situation unfortunate? Yes, I do. You feel what I'm saying? Do I think that a lot of shit could have been prevented? Of course. Do I feel like that motherfucker shit is getting dragged to unnecessary boundaries? Yes. Am I going to get involved? No.
Yeah, tough spot.
No, I ain't going to lie, bro. It's like, you know, the situation is unfortunate, but you feel me? Like, they doing what they want to do because at the end of the day, they feel the way how they feel, bro. And that's it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to get thrown in there and be involved with drama, bro. Like, I'm not, like, I just don't have the energy. I just don't got the time. That's it, bro. Y'all do see every time when the bros going through something with AMP, or every time when AMP going through something, gang, we try our best to stay out of our own business, gang.
So he ain't gonna address it.
What I would want them to do, I ain't gonna lie. They going crazy. I'm the one doing this.
And it's like so dope to be a part of it and to be in it. The streamers are taking over.
Watch Kai stream.
Alright, he ain't react to this shit. Alright, what's something we got? What's going on, motherfucker? Charleston White. Let's watch it. Fuck it.
The Charleston White and
Let's see
YSL
what
Woody
Flacco talking about. Let's see what Flacco on.
beef has officially taken a turn that they can't come back from. I don't think they can go back to being friends after today. These two went from being really great friends to having a mentor and mentee type relationship. Their first time meeting was in Atlanta when a YouTuber named Ryan with the Sauce booked them both to do a 20v1 together. The 20v1 was wildly successful. It has over 1 million views right now. But Charleston White and YSL Woody relationship also sparked off from that 20v1. They build like a pretty great bond. And I feel like their relationship was so easy to form because they sort of go through the same thing in the public. The public viewed them both as snitches. YSL Woody because he took the stand during the Young Thug trial and interrogation footage was shown where he was giving information to the police. Charleston White because he told on, you know, his co-defendant when he was, I think, like 16 years old. And Charleston White promotes himself as a snitch. So they both sort of go through the same thing in the public eye. So I feel like it was really natural for them to come together and sort of be like a mentor-mentee where Charleston White can give YSL Woody the ropes since Charleston White has been famous and been going through this a whole lot longer. Yo, they became so close, these dudes were even wearing the same drawers.
I stole my drawers. Look, he got the same kind of drawers I got on. But it's full of it, well, I tell you. You went in my suitcase, I ain't know.
Our boy 88 said, glad we got away from the 20v1 about the balloon content. Yo, word. Every once in a while, we should throw one in, though.
My drawers, I ain't even know you can wear my drawers. Yeah. Went in my suitcase.
That's really as close as it gets. To be honest, from that moment right there, I thought they were locked in for life. I mean, you go from wearing the same drawers, like there's no up from there. Like you guys are best friends at that point. But their relationship began to slowly fracture from that particular point. Because YSL Woody would do an interview with No Jumper where he would say, yo, he's not really feeling Charleston White right now, or he has lost respect for Charleston White because Charleston White is painting him in a certain light that he don't really agree with. Like Charleston White is calling him a killer, calling him tough, trying to put him in issues with people that he don't want problems with.
What was it actually like linking with Charleston White? You guys seem like you hit it off perfectly.
I had a lot of respect for him. I used to watch his interviews on YouTube and stuff, listen to the way he talk. But it seems now it's like he doing these interviews and I don't like him. You feel me? Like he getting on the internet saying I'm a killer and all of this. Like dang, bro. Like me, you don't talk about none of this stuff. You going to do it on these platforms. Like my respect for you, I'm losing it because it's like dang.
88 said, I think Charleston a way bigger character than Woody. He is.
I got real genuine love for you. I thought that you had the same thing for me. But you want to get on these platforms and say, I'm a killer. And I walk around Atlanta, like, you trying to provoke it. Like, even with the Boosie.
Why Boosie gonna say your name?
Why you think he gonna say it?
That hoe scared.
Boosie don't respond back to Boosie. Like, I ain't trying to have problems. I ain't out here trying to mess with nobody. I ain't trying to have beef with nobody. I done did that for, like, too many years of my life. You know what I mean? I'm trying to move forward with it. And I ain't trying to be dragged into nothing because I know how I can get. And you playing, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, and like I said, I didn't expect you to be doing this. You feel me? Because the respect I had, I put you so high up in my, you feel what I'm saying? I don't respect people that much.
Yeah.
So he kind of hurt my feeling with doing these interviews, speaking on my situation. You know what I mean? I ain't proud of this stuff. I ain't proud of none of this stuff I went through.
They still continue to be friends after this because YSL Woody, for the most part, he felt like Charleston White probably didn't mean malice behind it. I feel like especially in our community, somebody calling you tough or calling you a killer or saying people are scared of you, that's essentially them giving you a compliment. I know it's dumb, right? But I feel like that was Charleston White trying to like big up YSL Woody because people were online calling him a snitch. Charleston White is saying how he a snitch when he can drive around Atlanta and they scared to do something to him. But Woody is like, bro, I gotta live in Atlanta. You antagonizing these people, telling the world in interviews that's getting millions of views that they are scared of me. You're going to antagonize somebody to do something to me. So, like, YSL Woody was frustrated, but it didn't really stop him from being friends. But shortly after this, though, YSL Woody found out that Charleston White was putting trackers on his car. And that's when Woody began to get very suspicious of Charleston White.
Got my car. I got to search my car. Man, look, I just found a tracking in my car. You want to see the picture?
Hold on. You found a tracking in your car?
A tracking device in my car, bro.
Hold on. Who you think put that in there?
I called the dealership, and they never seen it before. And guess what? I don't let nobody get in my car.
Who all been in your car?
Look,
Nah, that's the tracking part. That's one of them Apple whoops, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's one of them Apple air tags. Do y'all homework on the air tags? I think one of the guys got killed like that too.
Yeah, ain't no killing me though. Yeah, so I found it in my back seat. I'm like, dang, I don't let anybody get in the car. But I let Charles White and his girl get in the car. But I ain't the type.
Also, Charleston White and his girl got in there with an air tag?
I don't know who got in there with it. But I don't let nobody get in my car. I just what I found in there. So it's like, I ain't say nothing to him, I ain't get on the internet with it. But I see you doing certain stuff like, oh, snap. Man, come on, man.
Where you found that air tag at, bro?
You know how you put your in the back of the seat? Like how you just put your computer in the back, right there.
So I had to purposely put them up on there.
Just drop it in there. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, I ain't hiding. So you don't even know, you don't know air tag, you know what I mean? Like for real, all you gotta do is just go to main event. I'm always go to main event every week. 656.
So you
YSL Woody would do interviews talking about Charleston White, but Charleston White wouldn't say nothing. He would be like super quiet. And then they'll go back to being friends again, which was really strange and really odd because Charleston White is a firecracker. Charleston White is going to go off at the slightest thing. But when Charleston White was quiet, I was thinking, okay, there's something deeper here. And then they'll go back to being friends again, and then we'll forget about their issues. But when they officially stopped being friends, like the last straw for their relationship, that actually told us a lot about why Charleston White was being quiet the entire time. You see, Charleston White was trying to get a deal done with a network. So like it was like a TV network. I think it was Netflix, because Netflix also contacted Ray J and other people to do like a 20v1. So a network contacted Charleston White, and they wanted to do like a 20v1 show with Charleston White and YSL Woody. So Charleston White is telling Woody, yo, bro, you got to stop doing these interviews. You got to stop doing these like 20v1s. We trying to get this network deal. The more you do the 20v1s, you saturate it, you bring our value down. Woody at the time was getting 10K per show, but he's not trying to hear nothing about that. So he continued to do the 20v1s, and at this point, YSL Woody is seeing himself as like the A team. He's seeing himself as, I'm the draw. You're not really the draw. So why would I stop doing my 20v1s? And the network is your play, not my play. All right. I'm just, I might assist you with it. Charleston White will take the beef out of the DMs and make it publicly known that him and Woody are no longer cool. Make it publicly known that him and Woody are no longer cool. When he went to Say Cheese TV and publicly spoke about the beef with YSL Woody for the first time.
And I want all the smoke, my
I want all the smoke, my nigga. Charmaine said Woody should have stopped being his friend when he talked about his daughter. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I do remember that. He was like, oh, his daughter dirty. She da.
With whoever.
The beef with YSL Woody for the first time.
And I want all the smoke, my with whoever. Give a about no gang banging snitch. Turn 20 versus 1 star. I don't give a fuck about nothing, dude. I give a fuck about a mother. Thing got me fucked up, and the don't know what she doing. The nigga being misguided all this motherfucking life still to this day. Now come crash out on me. Yeah, that done made me mad, though. Yeah, I done tried to pack fire and play fire with it, nigga. Got me fucked up, nigga. And then Barry White, hoe ass over there. Man, this nigga got me fucked up, homie. Everybody, and listen, they can't get no interviews if they don't use my name. I come to find out the bitch been using my name. I had to tell that, say, quit using my name. I don't want to do nothing with that nigga. Then I had to shot up the motherfucking neighborhood. I work with dealers that walk in redemption. All my niggas to kill somebody, but they walk in redemption. So once I saw the nigga was trying to redeem himself, yeah, I with him. Oh, he go to church? Okay, yeah, I with him. But now that kept trying to do interviews with me, and now I ain't doing nothing with that nigga. So once he done the Danger Project, but you couldn't have done the Danger Project without using my name. So his manager trying to play like she knows something. Shit, girl. Man, they don't know what to do. He's so confused and misguided. But one thing I know, he ain't no lawyer. He turned on Thug now. He'll turn on me too. The nigga turned on Thug. People in his ear. So it's easy to get in his ear and do the nigga like a puppet. I don't f with that cause harm to they people.
Wait, who's in his ear?
His team, the chick that used to work for me, that was telling my wife about my girlfriend. The boyfriend going to go tell my wife about my girlfriend. Was all in my wife business. And my wife business, that's how the got fired. Being in me and my wife and my girlfriend business, that's how that got fired. Being in my motherfucking personal business. Charleston, you need to pick between your wife and your girlfriend. Bitch, you need to stay out of it. Bitch, you ain't even got no business speaking. Oh.
Yeah.
So that's who it is real. Because I'm trying to show the nigga how to get real money. I'm trying to show them. When you come here, you ain't got to give her a percentage of your Say Cheese TV interview. I set it up for you, and I ain't getting nothing off of it.
That's real.
I'm setting it up for you, and nobody gets a percentage of this, man. Come on. That's what they mad at. I'm going to show them how to get paid directly. I got the TV networks. Mediating between Ryan with the sauce for me to talk to him to say, hey, Woody, can you stop doing so many 20 versus 1s? The 20 versus 2 with you and Charleston surpassed so many numbers. The television networks want to turn this into a series. We already got the script wrote out. Can you tell him slow down? They won't listen to nobody because they all poor and broke.
This nigga Chain say nigga nation.
Y'all go watch the Say WTV to interview to get the rest, baby.
So do you think that's the agenda to divide y'all because it brings in more revenue?
For him though, because I'm gonna show him. Just think, his road manager and his manager both used to work for me, and they don't know a mother thing. Both of them dumb and stupid. He ain't too intelligent as motherfucking self. Dumb, and dumber.
The deal that Charleston White had on the table for Woody must have been something crazy because Charleston White crashed out. Charleston White even began to disrespect YSL Woody's daughter, which I'm not going to play in this video. But Charleston White fully crashed out on Woody, and they've been going back and forth for a while now. They took a little break, but this week they resumed their beef publicly when YSL Woody will take to Instagram to send some veiled threats towards Charleston White.
Did it? I told y'all I was gonna beat them charges, but I'm on Woody ass. I'm not worried about nobody but gangster, killer, snitch, Woody still playing like he a killer and he a gangster.
Somebody tell Charleston White, they tell that stop playing before he lose that other eye he got. You forgot, you like content, them script clubs ain't safe, buddy. I just playing. This is content. I don't want to do no harm to that fool. Charleston White seen me in the studio. I had my head down, hit and around and ran. Listen to this song every day.
Say, Woody Woodpecker, boy, my daughter so smart. Your daughter, and she handicapped, disabled. She can't do jumping jacks. Woody,
nah,
we heard the tapes.
Sure,
when you was in jail. And you was needing to get out of jail, and you didn't have no money to get out of jail, who you called? You didn't call the Ghostbusters. You called Detective such and such.
Who you gonna call?
Hey, they got me back here. I can't see the TV. It's still here. They won't let me come out. I'm in the psych ward. And what you was on there crying and hollering.
It's unclear why YSL Woody out the blue decided.
You was on there crying and hollering.
Decided he was gonna.
Was on there crying and hollering.
It's unclear why YSL Woody out the blue decided he was gonna throw veiled threats at Charleston White. One is never smart because YSL Woody and Charleston White, like their shtick is, we will tell on you and put you in jail, and we are also tough enough to beat you up or shoot at you. So don't mess with us. So I feel like in that regard, you don't really want to make threats at somebody if their entire like shtick is they will get you locked up. Like they're almost incentivized to get you locked up. So why would you even put yourself in that situation? But it don't matter what he says. I feel like there's no excuse to go at somebody's child, especially somebody's disabled child, and make fun of their disability. I feel like that right there is how you make somebody fully crash out. But Charleston White has said in other interviews that he does this to make Woody crash out. And Woody apparently is smart enough not to crash out because he claims that Charleston White and him has been in the same room together at some point, and Charleston White has ran out to avoid conflict.
And listen, all y'all on probation, Woody. All y'all on probation with jail still hanging over your head. You think I'm bullshitting. From what I hear, they fit a double back. It's the honest to God truth, Woody. From what I heard, based on all the interviews you've been doing, they fit a double back on you. You've been talking too much. And they still mad at you for reneging on the stand. Reneging. Because you did tell. You gave them all the information. You gave them all the time, the dates, the coordinates on the maps where y'all did the shootings. Names, license plates, rental car information. They gathered and composed all that information, and they had the largest state conspiracy charge ever in hip-hop, thanks to you, Kenneth Copeland, a.k.a. YSL Tell Lil Woody. Biggest trial in the history of America, because of you, Woody. Now you got on stand.
YSL Tell Woody.
Charge ever in hip-hop, thanks to you, Kenneth Copeland, a.k.a. YSL Tell Lil Woody. Biggest trial in the history of America, because of you, Woody. Now you got on stand and you reneged. Lied and said you didn't recall. You recalled every time you got your ass whooped and you had to retaliate. You recalled that? I didn't get whooped that bad. So boy, I heard they fit a double back. I heard they mad. And they fist a double back on you, boy. They done lost the Diddy.
What are the chances that a day after Charleston White made this prediction that the feds or the state was going to spin around and arrest Woody, Woody gets arrested? Now, we're going to take a look at what he was arrested for and kind of determine, was this connected with Charleston White somehow? Did Charleston White somehow pull some powers to get Woody arrested? So YSL Woody was arrested for reckless stunt driving in circular or zigzag course lane drags.
Look, it should have misdemeanor, bro. Misdemeanor. Driving in a circular or zigzag course lane drags. Driving on the wrong side of the road, traffic driving, failure to obey signs of control device. He was he was basically doing circles and shit. I mean, driving while license suspended or revoked, driving expired, no license, driving in proper erratic foreign country.
Driving on wrong side of the road, failure to obey signs, failure to use turn signal, driving while license is suspended or revoked, driving expired or no license plates or decal, driving improper, lane change in foreign county. So it don't look like he was arrested for nothing too serious, but Charleston White would run to social media to take credit for this, and he would claim that he's the reason why YSL Woody was locked up.
I told Woody the Woodpecker, he can't keep coming online straddling the fence. I told Woody, I tried to tell Woody the Woodpecker, Woody, you can't come online one day. Oh, Lordy, 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 Father God, Jesus Christ, hallelujah. Then the next day, I used to be killer gangster. I used to pop, pow, pow, pow. And then next day, Yahshua, Allah, Musulalim, Shalom, Wassalam Alaikum. You can't do that, Woody. You can't play with all the gods. You can't play with the gangster God. You can't play with God. You can't play with the Mohammed God, Woody. Now look at yourself, Woody. You done drew so much attention on yourself, Woody. Hey, listen, charges coming on your ass, Woody. I love it. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. The Lord is on my side. Woody said I was banned from Atlanta, and the Lord done locked him up abruptly. Abruptly. The Lord got him abruptly, y'all. What's abruptly? Quickly. Right now. Yesterday. They say you ain't supposed to laugh when somebody went to jail. Y'all laugh when I went to jail. Woody is back in jail, y'all. I'm sure it's going to be a violation of his condition of probation. He's going to be there for a while.
Probation don't last forever.
Charleston White would take to his Instagram and he would write, breaking news, I'll put YSL tell Lil Woody back in jail. Now catch me live this Saturday, July 5th in Louisville, blah, blah. So he's taking credit for this, but I don't think that's the case. I think Charleston White is just taking advantage of trying to go viral. YSL Woody was arrested for drag racing, not making threats to Charleston White. Charleston White claiming this, I feel like it's Charleston White trying to scare other people who got ill intentions for him or who's trying to hurt him.
So really, nigga, ain't nothing.
So those people can be...
Charleston White just ruined YSL Woody life. Nigga, these traffic violations, bro. What are we talking about? These traffic violations. Niggas will be alright. That's for sure. Niggas will be alright. I'm about to get about this nasty though, bros. GG's in the chat, man. Hope y'all enjoy the stream, gang. I'm about to get about this nasty so I can practice up on my skills and all that and then get back to work tomorrow. It's the 4th of July tomorrow. Happy 4th to everybody. I might jump on stream late night and see who on here for a little bit tomorrow. But yeah, happy 4th. I'm going to go to work on the 4th and see if I can get some free glizzies, free burgers. Hopefully some good-ass chicken, some rice, some good cookout food while I'm at work. Getting some money, too. For me, I'm going to holler at y'all, though. I'm off this nasty game. Enjoy y'all 4th.